Yeah. Finna get it. Watch me. Finna get it now. Finna get it, watch me run it down. Finna get it, never backing out. Finna get it, yeah, I'm up and I'm out. Used to know me when I nothing in my pockets. Now they see me and they talking, always watching. I remember when you said I wouldn't make it. Now you mad because I took it, didn't fake it. Pressing every day, yeah, I was patient. Putting all that work, no hesitation. Now I'm getting everything I'm chasing. Look at me now, yeah, I'm elevation. Finna get it now. Finna get it, watch me run it down. Finna get it, never backing out. Finna get it, yeah, I'm up and I'm out. See me pulling up, they switching how they acting. Back then, you weren't here when I was lacking. Now you want a piece of what I'm stacking. But I remember everything that happened. Keep it moving, ain't no time for all that talking. I've been running to the bag, I'm never walking. They've been sleeping, I've been up until the morning. Now I'm winning and there ain't no way I'm falling. Finna get it now. Finna get it, watch me run it down. Finna get it, never backing out. Finna get it, yeah, I'm up and I'm out. Yeah, they doubted me, they did it, now they proud of me.
Hello, everyone. Welcome on Mac 25 Gaming YouTube channel. Welcome, everyone. I'm Woob, and I will be your host for this evening of pre-qualifying of the Infinity GSeries 2026 season. Good evening, everyone, on this English broadcast. First of all, sorry in advance if my English is not is not perfect, but I will do my best guest for this evening. And this evening, I won't be alone for this long evening. First of all, let's present my two co-commentators for this evening. Good evening, Finlay, and good evening, Jident. Good evening, Finlay, and welcome. Thanks to be there for this evening, this first evening of the Infinity GSeries.
Yes, good evening. How are we?
We are good. We are good. And also with us, like I said, we have Jident. Good evening, Jident. How are you?
All good. How about you, Aboub?
Fine, very good, very good. Welcome also to everyone already in the chat for this broadcast. Hello, Mr. Alf. Thank you for joining. Don't hesitate to tell us in the chat if everything is good, if you hear correctly, Finlay and Jiden for the broadcast. Do not hesitate to tell us if the sound is too low or too loud. And also with us, we have a guest, a special guest for this evening of pre-qualifying, because we have the honor to have with us Floris in the commentator booth. Good evening, Floris. How are you?
Good evening. Doing good.
You were competing last year with the Vanquish Esports, and you finished second last season with your team. It's most likely the Infinity GSeries and all the competitions that Mac 25 Gaming are organizing. Maybe the most competitive on the independent scene tournaments we could have.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the biggest competitions of the year. So yeah, I'm very excited.
Yeah, we will have a long evening because we will drive, because drivers will drive with the Porsche 911 Carrera RS from 1995 on Brands Hatch GP. It's quite a tricky combo, to be honest, on sport mediums as well. Floris, maybe you can tell us more about this combo. Yeah, it's not an usual combo for esports. We are more used with Group 3, Group 4 cars, but having a road cars for pre-qualifying will be quite challenging for the teams tonight.
Yeah. I actually tried the combo myself as well, and it is very challenging. Obviously, yeah, as you said, it's not the usual Group 3 combo that you would see in a lot of the competitions on this game. It's extremely challenging, like very easy to spin, and the track is also, of course, very difficult. Brands Hatch, like if you go off the track, you go off the track. There's not really any saving it because it's just grass on both sides of the track. So yeah, it's going to be very challenging for all the drivers, and yeah, it should be a good show.
Yeah, Finlay, Jident, on a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult you think this combo will be for the drivers?
I'm torn because obviously these drivers are the best in the game. Like
Yeah.
if we look at face value, they're the ones with the most to offer. They're the ones that can get the most out of this combination. We've known the combination for a while now, so the drivers have had ample testing time to get used to the car, to get used to the circuit. But as Flores says, Brands Hatch, probably one of the more technical circuits in the game. It's the only one I've actually been to in person, so I have good qualification knowledge on that front. But I'd probably say if we're going on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say an 8. That run down to turn 1, picking your braking point is going to be key. Because, as you say, there's gravel on the left-hand side if you pick your braking point wrong, and it's completely blind turn, completely blind peak. So that would be where most of the action is this evening for me.
Yeah, and Jident, you agree with what Finlay said? It's going to be quite challenging for the drivers this evening with some very difficult turns, especially turn 1, this turn of Paddock Hill.
Yeah, and I think the back section is one of the most challenging ones, especially it's Dingledale corner. I believe it's even gun something, that corner. It's a quick right-hander. At least you got a couple of right-handers over there, and every single one is different compared to the other one. And as Flores already said, there is only grass on the outside. So when you're off, and you're in the wall.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be, if I remember, sessions of 10 minutes, 10-minute session for all the teams this evening. We will have a total of 18 teams this evening with some big names of the Spanish scene, but also two non-Spanish teams we will keep an eye on, especially the Visceral Esports in the first session of this evening, and later this evening the My Team Esport. But those 18 teams can easily pretend to be in the top 12 this evening, right? Okay, this is good. This is good. Yeah. So 18 teams, like I said. We also have qualified teams who won't participate tonight in the pre-qualifying events. 12 teams, well, some of the best team on the independent scene. Maybe a team you should know, Floris, Vanquish Esports. Maybe it's it's something you should know. What your team can expect this season? Some very challenging battle like last year, or what's your expectation for this season?
Yeah, so last year was our first time doing GSeries, and yeah, that was definitely already very challenging.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, this year again, it will be challenging to win it all, because all of the teams, that are basically doing the entire Mach 25 year, they will all be doing this championship. It's the big championship, so yeah, all the best drivers from all the best teams will be driving, and yeah, it's just going to be very challenging, but should be fun as well to
Mm-hmm.
compare our team in this case with the other greatest teams on the game.
Yeah, so 12 teams already qualified, 12 more teams qualified after those pre-qualifying evening. First session of the evening should start in less than 10 minutes with 3 teams on track, the EPLF Sim Racing, the Thunderlight Sim Racing, and the Visceral Esports, a Canadian team, Finlay Gident. Like we said earlier, we would keep an eye on the Visceral, but also of the 2 other teams. It's going to be a good session to determine already some good lap time for the rest of the evening.
Absolutely. You do really feel as though this will set the pace for the rest of the evening, both figuratively and literally. And I mean, you look at the field throughout and it's completely stacked. I commentated on GT Pulpy in the English broadcast last year, and there were 5 teams in this lineup that qualified for the finals, including, I'm looking at that final slot in particular, 3 of those teams are in there, including the former champions in Avalon. But as I say, all of those teams are teams that have made finals day at Pulpy last year, but there are only 12 teams that can qualify out of the 18 tonight, so 6 won't take part in the rest of the season. And it's 10 minutes. There's 2 drivers per team. So if you have a good run and your teammate makes mistakes, and that could cost yourself your entire season, you might feel shortchanged and hard done by. It is a really cutthroat format, and we'll see 6 teams go home tonight before the main season actions even started.
Yeah, like Finlay said, Gident, we take the best lap of each driver to establish an average time for the team and to set up the standings. Yeah, you have to be both drivers have to be very consistent this evening to do the best average lap time possible.
Yeah, that's for sure. And yeah, the combo is, for me, is, I think I wouldn't even dare to try it to go fast with this, because yeah, it's beyond. And as Finley said, these, yeah, GT Pulpy, what it goes to, and the Infinity series is just top notch, top level. These guys. Well, I got a question to Flores. What do you
Yeah.
think this the cutoff is gonna be? Because you've driven this combo, I think, and what are the times a bit on average?
So when I was driving it, like my best lap times were around mid 35s.
Okay.
But you can definitely get, I think maybe like we'll see one of the fastest laps today being like maybe high 34 if someone really nails a lap. I couldn't see it myself quite yet, but I think maybe it is possible. And then usually it depends how, like, this combo is challenging, of course, so I don't think everyone will be as consistent on it, which will maybe make the drop off a bit higher than usual, but we'll see. Because yeah, these are of course good teams. The drivers know what they're doing and they have practiced for a long time. So maybe if I had to do a prediction now, maybe like 36 mid, like 36.5 cutoff time, the
Okay.
average.
Okay. We will keep this in mind. So first session with 3 teams: EPLF, Thunderlight Sim Racing, and Visceral Esport. After this one, we have another session with only 1 team on track: the Deluxe Esports teams. The staff of Mac25 Gaming told us before this broadcast to keep also an eye on this Spanish team. They could be very, very quick, and as they are alone on track, it will be easy for us to spot them and to check their lap times and the average lap time they will do for this second session of the evening. Third session of the evening with 2 teams, 2 Spanish teams, the Avutada Racing Team and the Hydra Range Port for this third session of the evening. Fourth session with 4 teams on track. We will have 2 sessions with 4 teams on track with the Caruso Sports Team, the Top Secret Racing, High-Tech Esports, and Vanguard Sim Racing by Gorilla. For the first to last session, another session of 4 drivers. There are 3 sessions with 4 teams, my bad, not 2. With the My Team Esports, we also have to keep an eye on the My Team Esports, the French team. They're maybe one of the biggest French team on the independent scene. Will be on track this evening in the 5th session of the evening with the Control the Time team, the Shark Racing team, and the Nexus. And for the last session of the evening, we will have the AGT drivers, the Annexion Racing team, the Science Motorsport, and the Avalon Motorsport. Floris, most of those teams have competed last year, and like we say, it's going to be very stacked to be qualified in the top 12.
Yeah, going to be exciting to see how all of those teams do.
Yeah. So you guys are all in the lobby. You all good? Okay.
Yes. Eagerly waiting.
Perfect. What time is it? It's 57 and 30 seconds. I think we can go in game, I guess.
The 3-minute warning just come up from the race director Alejandro Granata this evening. The sort of chief head honcho of Mac25 Gaming themselves just given the 3-minute warning for trackside. So we'll be ready to go in 3 minutes time for our first session of the evening.
Okay, just before going on track and to not miss anything of the first qualifying of the evening, the first pre-qualifying session, just a quick look at the calendar for the regular season, because after those pre-qualifying sessions, we will know the 12 teams qualified and the 12 teams who will join the already qualified 12 teams from last year. 10 rounds on this championship. We will go all around the world: Switzerland, Australia, Italy, Belgium, Croatia, Spain, United Arab Emirates, France, Austria, and the final round on the United States, with plenty of cars. It's also one of the specialty of this Infinity GSeries. We won't race only on race car. We will have plenty of different models, a large variety of cars. That's the charm of the series, Finn Legend, right?
Definitely.
Yeah,
I got a quick question. Oh, yeah.
No. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, I think that's the whole sort of ethos of the Mac25 ecosystem is you're all constantly trying out different cars and different tracks. It's not quite what you'd see in sport mode. It's sort of the antithesis of that, where like in sport mode, you're relying a lot more on race cars, Group 3, Group 4, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. But I think the main challenge and the key element of the whole Mac25 system is you're testing your metal against cars you will never have driven in sport mode before, and I think that's where the intrigue comes in for me.
Yeah, Flores, this is something to have a large variety of different cars that competitive drivers like in those kind of competitions.
Yeah, I would say so. At least, I mean, it's gonna depend per person, but for me, it's much more fun having a large variety of cars, and it really like challenges the teams and the drivers to learn everything in the game, basically.
Yeah, Okay, well, it's 8 p.m., almost flat. And Garnata is saying 1 minute. If I'm, yeah, it's 1 minute before the start of the session. Let's go in game to see the cars in action. Our 6 drivers in this first session of the evening with 6 Spanish drivers. For the Visceral Esports, we will have Jaime Marti and Ligadas. It's 2 very, very competitive drivers for the Visceral. I think we have to really keep an eye on them because I think it's going to be very quick for them. Okay, my keyboard is working perfect. For the Thunderlights Sim Racing, we will have Navarrito and Alvaro, and for the EPLF Sim Racing, we will have Seco and I don't know how I can pronounce that. Alfsto? I don't know. My bad. My apologies for that. Let's say Alv. It will be fine. But if
Alfredo.
Alfredo.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like this. My bad.
It's like Alvarto. I think it's like that. Alvarto.
Yeah, the J is toch, right?
Yeah. And good
it's
evening.
Be nice, I hope.
Yeah. And good evening also to all the people joining in the chat. Thanks for joining. We will start in a few seconds the first session of the evening with our 3 first team, the EPLF Sim Racing, the Thunderlights Sim Racing, and the Visceral Esports. Our 6 drivers are already on track. The livery is absolutely magnificent. I'm still amazed by all the efforts teams and livery creators are doing, even for a pre-qualifying session. I'm still amazed by this.
We're gonna start.
Yeah. Session is starting. 10 minutes. Sport medium tires. Yeah, no tire wear, no fuel consumption. I think there is also no slipstream in this session. So
I think there is.
Oh, there is? Okay.
Yeah. But
and
the teams cannot bump draft.
Okay.
I think they can use slipstream though, so maybe interesting to see what they will choose to do.
Yeah, slipstream is unreal.
Okay, thank you very much.
Look at the back of the pack there. I mean, they're not exactly doing themselves any favours coming through turn 2, are they? They're supposed to be spreading themselves out.
Okay, so everyone is on track. Alvaro is on track. Alto is also on track. Seco as well. Navarrito and the 2 Visceral drivers just behind with Ligadas and Jaime Marti just behind. And you're right, there is slipstream because the 2 Visceral drivers are already following each other very close. Be careful don't do any mistake already in the outlap, but wow, in the outlap they are very close, the 2 Visceral drivers.
This is quite risky.
Yeah.
To go for slipstream on this track.
Just a quick message for the chat. Is everything all right regarding the sound of the broadcast? Don't hesitate to tell us if there is anything wrong. If you want me to just change the sound of the game or my voice or Finn Legend and Flory's voices, do not hesitate to tell us if there is anything wrong. You can just say Alvarito. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Mr. Alf. Thanks a lot. And Alvarito is starting his lap time in this first corner we just spoke earlier. On the edge.
A bit wide on the exit, yeah. Not exactly neat and tidy through turn 1 as he heads down towards Grooves for turn 2. It's both of the 2 EPLF drivers up front are followed by the Viscerals in the middle, and then the Thunderlights at the back. They fan themselves out quite nicely in the early phases and giving them a lot of clean errors. Arenado goes very wide on the exit of turn 3.
We are on board with Alvarito already on 30th corner. The first long straight of this track, leading to the forest section, maybe the most tricky section, a very narrow track. So there is not a big margin of for any mistake. It's a bit wide there in Hawthorne's Bend. for Alvarito.
I will point out at the moment the Visceral Esports guys are heavily relying on the slipstream down that back straight. Jaime Martí tucked in right behind Ignacio Legadas through the middle section of the circuit here. It's a really risky strategy, as we say, because it could go well if you manage to complete the lap, but if you don't complete the lap and you end up right next to each other in such a short 10-minute session, that strategy might not pay off.
Exactly. Yeah.
Good laps now.
And just behind the two Visceral drivers, we also have Alvaro and Alvarito very close each other, and Alvarito to finish the first lap of the session, 136.2, 136.6 for Seco. The Visceral drivers taking the two first place position, of the session.
By a decent margin as well, 1.4 seconds. Yeah, it's an ideal start to the session.
Yeah. And the Thunder Lights P2 in this first attempt. Oh, Alvaro a bit wide at the exit of turn 1, yeah. Meanwhile, Jaime and Legadas are still very close each other. The margin is very short for the two drivers.
Yeah, you can see that the second one in the slipstream benefited, definitely, but it's absolutely marginal. So I think as well that if you're going to be the faster driver, you should be in front.
Yeah, I'm going to say if he gains another 10th of a second on Legadas in the next lap, he'll be in the back of him by the end of the lap.
Yeah, and last lap actually, Jaime made a small mistake.
Oh, and he's made a big mistake there. He's gone wide.
Yeah.
Who did a mistake? Sorry, my bad.
Jaime Martí made a mistake running wide at the exit of the middle section there, and he's dropped off quite a bit from Legadas. But Legadas unaffected by the mistake, at least on track, as he's continuing on.
Oh yeah, I have it on the replay. Oh yeah, a bit wide on the grass, and he lost a bit of time. And after that, the tires are also full of grass, so it's very hard to.
Mistake of Seiko coming out of the last corner.
Oh yeah, he lost a bit of time. Alvarito just improved his lap time, but no improvement for Seco, of course. And Navarrito and Alvaro just behind to finish their second lap of this session.
1,000 between the number 1 and number 2 right now, visible.
1,000. Wow.
Well, at least that makes
is kind of similar.
Yeah, at least that makes working out the average easy enough.
Yeah.
It's very close.
If we're going down to 4 decimals, maybe. I'm not sure if we go down that far. But...
So you will have in a few seconds all the information updated for the drivers. Don't worry, in this custom overlay.
Big improvement coming up for Frito. What was it
For
again?
Alvarito. Alvarito, yeah.
Okay.
With a massive rear wing of on his Porsche, by the way. It's not the exact same aero parts than his teammate Seco, but there is a gap now between the two EPLF drivers. Able to improve. His lap time is of 1:36.006 for Alvarito, and there is already 3 minutes 30 seconds remaining in this session. It's a very intense, very short session, and no improvement for Alvarito.
I will say the Visceral drivers, keeping an eye on them through the session. I'm not sure if this is Legadas coming off or Martí going back on. I think it is actually Legadas slowing back down, but Martí right on the back of Legadas once again. So they're really, hammering down that slipstream technique. Martí with that mistake in the lap before last, but he's managed to close the gap back to Legadas for another couple of solid runs before the checkered flag.
And Alvaro was doing exactly the same. He's waiting for his teammate Navarrito. And
he just improved.
Yeah.
Alvaro, yeah.
Exactly. Last lap was his best lap, but only 2/10 behind the two Visceral drivers.
Big improvement in coming for Alex Arenado, and he needs it as well. Currently 6th position, but he's 5/10 up after the first couple of sectors. He's maybe not got quite the cleanest runs in so far, but he's made a big improvement in the first couple of sectors as he makes his way up the hill.
Yeah, 3/10 improvement for Alvarito in the end of sector 3. After Pilgrim's drop, sorry. Coming in this right turn, very tricky. Okay, it's quite good. A lot of improvement. Again, more than a tenth gained in this last sector for Alvarito.
Slow down penalty for Laganas for Visceral, by the way, so that could really hamper the slipstream strategy.
Yeah, another good.
They're both gonna wait.
Yeah.
Because Jaime is only a 10th up, but just go complete the lap.
And the lap time P4 for Alvarito. P4
Nice.
and
Now
in between the two TLS drivers now, Alvarito, by the way.
Everyone now in the 35s. So I think these are all quite good times, honestly.
Yeah. Everyone in 35, no improvement for the two TLS drivers. Let's go back to Ligadas and Jaime Marti in the end of this session. 1 minute 20 seconds before the
and it's a
checkered
purple
flag.
first sector for Lagadas as well, by the way. They've made the swap after Lagadas got that slowdown penalty, but it might be working with Marti leading out from the front there. They've really managed to get the strategy down, and I bet you there'll be teams watching this session trying to figure out the strategy for their runs later on in the evening as well, and they'll be seeing this and they'll be really intrigued. There's a big switch for Lagadas on the exit.
Yeah, and the second sector was also purple, but by only 30 thousandths of a second. Let's see at the end of sector 3, it's only blue. Now it's not purple anymore,
Yeah,
but it's
it is
still an
blue by
improvement.
10th, and he's in the slipstream, so yeah, this is actually really good.
40 seconds before the checkered flag. I think the Visceral Esports will do one more lap after this one. But maybe
Martin
not. Maybe not the TLS. Maybe it's the last attempt for the TLS drivers.
Marty's not on a good lap. He's down with his personal best, so I'm not sure if his purple sector's coming in elsewhere.
Yeah.
And I mean, Gigados also lost 2 tenths in his sector 4.
So 15 seconds before the checkered flag. Alvarito is going for one last lap. Same for Seco.
And it's going to be close for the TLS drivers.
Oh, Ligadas with the fastest lap, 1:35.0, and the TLS driver at the end of this session. Yeah, Navarrito and Alvaro.
Miss the checkered flag, so it's last run each.
Oh, with an improvement in the end for Navarrito, P5 in this session.
With ETLF drivers.
Okay, Jaime Marti is now down for this session. A bit late, 1.7 seconds late at the end of sector 1. Is Ligadas in purple? We will see that. Oh, 10,000 slower in sector 2. Where are the EPLF drivers with Seco? P6 in this session. Improving at the end of sector 3.
Not going to be enough to affect his position in this session, but I mean, look, we've still got 15 other teams for
Seco is the last hope now for the EPLF to improve their average time. Oh, the slide there for Seco. And still improving, but still improving. Okay, it works, perfect. And Ligadas also maybe trying to improve in the end of this session. Alvarito to cross the line in a few seconds. Improvement or not for him.
Won't be an improvement. He had the slowdown penalty.
Oh, no improvement for him. Seco. Improvement for Seco. It was Seco who was improved. 135.7. And the new fastest lap for Ligadas in the end of this session. 135.0. What a lap for the Visceral drivers. The results of this session, the two VSR drivers 2 tenths quicker than their opponents in this session. 135.0 for Ligadas, 135.1 for Jaime Marti. Behind them, the TLS drivers, Alvaro in 135.3 and Navarrito in 135.5. And for the EPLF team, Alvarito in 135.4 and Seco in 135.7, last in this session. But only 6 tenths are separating P1 from P6. It's very, very quick already in this first session, guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, Flores spoke a bit earlier on about him being unable to get into the 30s. But this is not calling you out, by the way. I'm sure you've had limited time with this setup and everything, but already we're within a tenth of that 34 margin. It really does Sure. I mean, we had Visceral as one of the favourites early on in the session. They certainly looking to be living up to that billing. But as I was alluding to it earlier, there'll be teams watching this session running later on, because obviously this is the first session we have of the evening, and they'll have been seeing that strategy between Legatus and Jaime Marti, the slipstream really tight and tucked in, and they'll be looking at that and maybe implementing that later on, so that might become a running trend as we progress through the evening.
Yeah. Keep in mind the lap time of Ligadas 1:35.083 for the upcoming session in this evening. Jinan, tell me when we can show the
Bear in mind it is 5 minutes until we start our second session, so I'm not sure
if we have the time to watch it. Yeah, I know there is a refresh of the lobby anyway. So
I've got the replay right now. So
okay, I
I'm
can
starting
watch.
it up. Yeah, just wait a second. I have to go to the replay first.
Tell me when it's ready. But yeah, what a first session! Very, very interesting, and this strategy used by the drivers to stay very close each other. I wasn't expected to see that, but yeah, this is with the slipstream allowed. This is a key in this pre-qualifying session. Okay. Oh, good. We good. Floris, what do you think about this first session? Amazed, surprised by the lap time of the Visceral, but behind the two other team are not that far behind.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that everyone, like all the drivers, got good lap times in. Like I think they are all very good laps. So yeah, these teams will be very happy. I think all three of the teams will be very happy with how they did. Yeah, and also surprised that VSR was so consistent, because if you looked at especially Yigada's
It's better if I add the audio source. My bad. So we should hear us now. Sorry, my apologies. So, like I said, the standings of the after this first session with the average lap time, the Visceral is of course leading in the standings with 1:35.097 of average lap time. P2, the Thunder Light Sim Racing, 3/10.5 behind the Visceral with a 1:35.444 for the Thunder Lights. And last, actually third, with almost 5/10 behind the Visceral, the EPLF Sim Racing, with an average lap time of 1:35.592.
I've got the lap ready. Whoop,
Yes,
if
the
you
lap.
want to. Yeah.
Okay, let's see this
And
this lap time. Let me just configure
will
that.
Flores do the commentating on the lap?
And let's go. Perfect. Okay, you can start the lap time. The fastest lap in this first session for the
Was this
Visceral
the lap
drivers.
already?
The lap time was of 1:35.0 for Ligadas in this corner. He's on the edge, and he did the lap time without slipstream of his teammate. That's also a performance for him, right, Floris?
Yeah, I'm honestly already doubtful if the slipstream really helped that much. It's not really a track where slipstream would help that much, so I was very surprised that they did it in the first place. But yeah, he just hooked up all the corners very nicely, I guess. As you can see, just very nicely on the throttle. Ooh, very wide there though.
Yeah, and he was behind his best lap at the end of the sector 2, so he did a second part of the track very, very quick.
Yeah, you do have to remember on this track the second sector split is a little bit weird because it's in the middle of a corner, so sometimes you have like a bit of a faster split there, but then you're not really faster or the other way around. Yeah, he seems to be nailing all these right-handers very nicely. Just, yeah, so much apex speed through all of them. Still slightly behind this time though, and yeah, again, it's just super clean. And yeah, with a lot of apex speed, just not sliding too much, but also keeping the rotation. Yeah, this is the lap time he produces.
Yeah, very, very quick, very quick. Ligadas, the Visceral drivers, and a tiny improvement of only 0.004 of a second, but still enough to improve his lap time and to set this lap time of 1:35.083. Second session coming with only one team on track, the Deluxe. The Deluxe Esports teams, sorry, with only 2 cars on track, so it will be much easier for us. We will be 4 to spot only 2 drivers. Okay, lobby is open. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna join the lobby, and we will start the session in a few seconds. So keep in mind the lap time by Ligadas. If I can show again the standings. The standings actually with so the fastest lap set by Ligadas and his teammate Jaime Martin not far behind. He's only 23 thousandths of a second behind his teammate Jaime Martin. So very, very stuck time for the 2 Visceral drivers and the Deluxe drivers.
You can file that under the list of good starts in terms of making your first appearance for the team for both drivers. Obviously, Ligadas coming in from Customs GT and Marty coming in from Al's last year. They both raced in Pool P for their respective teams. Visceral have clearly made a lot of moves in the driver transfer market. Silly season's been well upon us in the last couple of months. And yeah, as we say, very, very good start for them too in terms of life as a Visceral driver.
Yeah. Okay, let's go now in game for the second session of the evening with only 2 drivers on track, with Gumu for the Deluxe team and Toto Coco for the second driver.
This was one of the teams we had to watch out for.
Yeah.
We have to believe Mr. Alf, of course. So yeah.
Who wouldn't? Evening, Alf. Hope you're well.
And my apologies for the sound issue for we had earlier, but everything is fine. Do not hesitate to tell us. I should put the chat right here. Yeah, it's going to be better for me. Okay, so second session of the evening is about to start in a few seconds. Going to be much easier to watch the improvement of the drivers. I hope everything is fine. I hope you enjoy the start of this evening. Thanks everyone for joining this broadcast. You also have the broadcast in Spanish, of course, on this YouTube channel, broadcasted by, of course, Alejandro Ganata and all the staff of the Mac 25 Gaming. Do not hesitate to take a look at the website they did. You have all the information regarding the regulations, the format of the championship. There will be a broadcast later this week with the draw and to set all the groups for the regular season phase for this championship, with the 2 already qualified teams from previous season and the 12 qualified teams with this evenings of pre-qualifying. And already some good lap times by 1:35.5 in this warm-up session by Gumu. It's only warm-up, but they are in the pace of the EQLF and the TLS teams, the Deluxe drivers.
What do we got for average right now, Aboop?
What?
What are the average times right now?
The session hasn't started yet. It's still a round.
No, the last three.
Oh, the
135.
The last three EPLF Sim Racing 135.592.
Okay.
Almost 35.6 for the average lap time. Seco did a 135.7 flat, and Alvarito 135.483 for the EPLF Sim Racing. And the session is starting. Second session of the evening with our two drivers of the Deluxe Esports team, with Gumu and Toto. Gumu leaving the pit lane first.
Yeah, and worth noting, I mean, we've got Alf in the chat, and I believe he's known as, if I remember this correctly from my research around Pulpy, Mr. Stats, as he's known in the Owl circles, where he's come up with another one for us here. Gumu's debut with the team, I only signed with him 2 weeks ago, so we've seen a couple of promising debuts for drivers and new teams. In the first session, hopefully we'll see similar in this one from a deluxe perspective. I will note that traffic didn't really play that much of a part in the first session, at least with the 3 teams. Brands Hatch being a big enough track that you can spread out 3-4 teams at a time and there'll be no real traffic implications. So I wouldn't say Deluxe necessarily have the upper hand in that respect, but as I say, it makes it a lot easier in the broadcast, thus having only 2 drivers to look for in this 10-minute burst as the Deluxe drivers continue on their way in their out laps.
Yeah.
And it looked like they're not choosing for the slipstream strategy compared to the other guys.
Yeah.
Visceral and coming up to one of the last corners. Up to, what is it again? It's Clark of Sterling's, and then up to Clark Curve. And after that, I think it might be a good one for Boris to get us around the lap, isn't it?
Yeah.
Put him on the spot, doesn't look nervous at all.
Which driver are we on board with?
Okay.
Gumu.
Gumu, yeah. Gumu.
On board here with Gumu. So yeah, coming up to the first corner, delicate bend. This corner is very difficult. Very long.
As
Tries to take
demonstrated.
as light speed through as possible. Actually chooses to use 4th gear instead of what I saw from other teams, 3rd gear. Through it, the hairpin. 0.5 sector 1. I think he did do faster sector 1 in the warm-up, so he might not be on the greatest level for now, but yeah. Here we have this very difficult sweeping left-hander through the sector split, of course, and that is actually very fast sector 2. Exiting in 3rd gear to not be too high on the revs, which easily spins this car if you would exit that in 2nd gear, and also you don't want to have the extra shift, of course, which loses you a lot of time. Through the right-hander in 4th gear, just keep as much apex speed as possible, basically. Same for this one, but this one is very tricky. You basically are always going to slide through there, as demonstrated. And here you also have to keep the car very balanced. It's a bit of a small bump on the curb there on the apex. Would have not been ideal. He does take a lot of speed through the left-hander afterwards. So hopefully still a good lap, but I think he will be looking for an improvement after this. Through the final corner now in 3rd gear. Exit speed for this one especially important because of this straight, of course, takes the inside for a shorter line to the finish. And 0.5 from 0.4 from Toto Coco. So already very good lap times.
Still in provisional 3rd ahead of EPLF. Yeah, good start for both drivers, and obviously plenty of scope for improvement later on in the session.
Yeah, Toto Coco being quicker in this last lap than Alvarito. He would be P4 of the previous session with his lap time. Toto Coco, Gumu in 135.555 is a little bit slower than Navarrito. And we already have the average lap time for the Deluxe Esports team. They are actually 3rd with these 2 lap time, with an average lap time of 135.516. So already ahead of the EPLF Sim Racing, the Deluxe Esports team.
It's always nice if you can start off with a good banker, of course, and then you can push it a little bit more afterwards. So they'll be happy with those first lap times.
Yeah, and I think Gumu had a purple opening sector there as well, so as you say, potential, obviously, track evolution does play a part even in these qualifying seconds. Saying that, commentator's curse is now down on his previous run, so what we are seeing is definitely a form of scope for improvement from both of these drivers. They're not pushing at their absolute limits yet, but as the section progresses, I think they'll maybe start to feel the implications of it a bit more and try and find that extra meter or two into the braking zones.
And no improvement in this lap 2, only 4,000 slower than his previous lap, Toto Coco.
Yeah, we can. Oh, a mistake from Gumu coming out of the first quarter.
Yeah.
That'll kill Bent.
Let's see a bullet here for his teammate.
Yeah, I think he.
Yeah, another mistake.
I think he has 30 tires now, so he's gonna lose some time here.
Yeah, he's gonna break.
Yeah, and he let Toto pass.
Quick question to you, Flores, because I see the cars drift a lot into the corners. You really have to trail brake this car, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, if you trail brake too much, it just spins. That's one issue. But you do want to kind of let it slide a little bit, yeah? Because otherwise it just understeers. It's like a balance you have to find, but it automatically starts just like sliding quite easily. If you try a bit.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, it makes sense. And you can see that they go faster with that, but it's absolutely on the limit what they do. It's if you just slip up a little bit too much, it's gonna spin out. If you do too few, it's gonna understeer, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, purple.
Yeah,
Toto
big
Coco.
improvement for Toto, more than 2/10 quicker on this sector. Maybe big improvement, and maybe a lap time very close from Jaime Marti, maybe between Alvaro and Jaime Marti from previous session. Let's take a look at the lap time for Toto.
What a lap!
Very quick,
Nice.
very quick. Less than a tenth behind Jaime Marti with this attempt by Toto. Very solid lap time by Toto Coco.
And I thought Toto Coco was being held up a bit at the exit of turn 2 down towards turn 3 as well by his teammate.
Yeah.
So I think there's some more scope for improvement here.
I also think his final sector wasn't actually even that good. Like, he definitely left some space like to be used still on the final sector.
And
But
with
we talk
this,
about this psychological effect here. Gumi really needs to start pulling his weight here because Toto Coco's pulled out a fantastic lap out of the bag there, but
and
It's about the average, of course.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So both drivers have equal implications in this one, and if one driver pulled their weight and another isn't, there could be an element of umbrage or psychological effect there.
Yeah,
and-
both
and-
not improving.
yeah, and with this
Go ahead.
improvement, with this improvement by Toto Coco, now the Deluxe Esports team is P2 in the team rankings. They overtook the Thunderlights with this massive improvement. So a part of the job is done. If Gumu is also improving by a few tenths, it could be a very good average lap time.
Yeah. And also important with this session seems to be that everyone is very close, so it is very important for Gumu to improve, even just a tiny bit, because it might matter a few positions in the end.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can see because if Gumu doesn't improve right now, because he's nearly 5 tenths down, it might be the cutoff where it's going to be, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's 6 teams.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and then end of first sector for Gumu. Oh, and it's purple,
Coco.
sector 1 for Gumu.
Coco as well.
Coco as
Yeah,
well.
both drivers purple through that first sector, yeah.
And time is running out, 1 minute 30 seconds, less than 1 minute 30 seconds before the checkered flag. There will be one more. Oh, it's improving by a lot for Gumu, more than a tenth quicker. I don't know if it's still purple for Toto
It is
as well.
It is. Both are still purple. Both,
Oh, be careful,
It's slipstream.
visceral. Be careful, visceral, because the Deluxe.
Be careful, Deluxe.
Ooh, it's sliding a little on Hawthorne,
Still purple with Coco.
and it was
By
purple.
0.02 of a second.
It's very close. It's very close. There is one more attempt after this one.
And they do it to machine gun corner, right? That's the one.
Two
No,
wheels on the
Coco's-
grass for Gumu.
He's still 3 tenths blue though, Gumu.
Yeah.
Coco's dropped back a bit. He's a 10th down now after sector 3. So So what promised to be a decent run might be undoing itself
one more
at
lap.
the end.
Yeah, they will have one more lap to do. But let's take a look at the possible improvement for Gumu.
Yes.
Oh, wow!
That was the kind of improvement we were speaking about. Yeah, fantastic effort.
Oh,
from
Coco,
Gumu on this
first
stretch.
corner.
Oh,
No,
Toto, yeah,
no.
too wide corner, first corner, yeah. Oh,
They
it's
just
over for
committed.
Coco.
Yeah.
I think he thought it was the last lap.
Yeah.
'cause he held the short line, and Gumu didn't.
And oh, he's
Oh,
few
no
tenths
improvement.
slower. It's over. It's over for the Deluxe Esports team. We will see with the improvement. Oh, they are lengths down a tenth behind the Visceral in the overall team ranking. The Deluxe Esports team,
Wow.
135.192 for the Deluxe Esports team. What an average time for the Deluxe Esports team. A very, very solid session for both drivers.
Absolute madness. It's about as mad as a one-team session you'll see, and they've managed to somehow pull it out of the bag with both of the drivers on the edge the entire time. Both made multiple mistakes throughout their run, but it's a real smash and grab there. Fair play to them, because they are right on the heels of Visceral here.
And only 22 thousandths of a second between the two drivers.
Gumu performed absolutely brilliant at that penultimate lap.
He needed that big time, because otherwise I'm not going to say they would have been in trouble, but there would have been some tune further back than they are at the moment.
Yeah, very.
They can be very sure that they're making it with this.
And checkered flag incoming for Gumu and for Toto. End of this second session of the evening, and a very, very good second position taken by the Deluxe Esports team with this very, very good average time of 1 minute 35 seconds, 192 for Toto, fastest driver in this second session, but his teammate is only 22,000 of a second behind. It's very, very, very close. Ginette, I let you take the replay, and we will take a look at the lap time set by Toto in a few seconds. But it's very, very, very solid. If we take a look at the rankings right now, as you can see, the Deluxe Esports team is now classified P2, only 95 thousandths of a second behind the Visceral Esports. Finlay, this is also something that happen with those kind of pre-qualifying. When you do average time of a team, the gaps are very, very, very close.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think Deluxe with that run there, as I say, they managed to pull it out of the bag despite what seemed to be a catalogue of errors from both drivers throughout. They managed to get that one solid lap down, and as I say, it's that smash and grab element. But I think Floris alluded to earlier, after Visceral's successful run, that slipstream strategy, that he was maybe being a bit of a red herring, the slipstream not accounting for as much as the run as we might have thought. And I think Deluxe have just proved it there. They're within a tenth, and they weren't opting for the slipstream at all. So I'm not sure if that's necessarily put the cat amongst the pigeons in terms of what later teams are thinking with regards to their strategy, but it might just show that the slipstream doesn't matter as much as we thought after that initial run.
Yeah,
but it is important to note that I think Gumo especially did his lap with a slipstream actually. So
True.
yeah, not a big one, but actually no,
only
he
on the
did
main
have...
straight, right?
No, I think he had slipstream until the final sector, and
but Toto is the quicker driver out the two.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't mean that much, but yeah, maybe it does help.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Third session of the evening, coming with two teams on track this time, with the two Spanish team of Avutarda Racing Team and Hydra Rennsport. Quite funny to have a team called Rennsport on Gran Turismo 7. But we will see where those two teams will be after their session, starting, I think, in a few minutes. Just the time for us to show you in a few seconds the fastest lap set by the Deluxe Esports team in their session. Fastest lap set by Toto. You can tell me, Gident, when you are ready. Oh, I lost your webcam. Okay,
I'm
it's all
ser-
back. Okay, you
I'm
can.
searching for it. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And so 2 teams in this second session of the evening.
I will say that mid 36 cut-off Flores spoke of earlier is maybe looking a bit precarious. I'm not sure this is
Yeah.
just 4 really quick
Yeah.
teams
Yeah.
early on. All 4 teams well clear of that mid 36 points. So that's, I think, probably a good omen that we will see these 4. I don't want to speak early, commentators curse and all of that. But I think from what we've seen early on in this session, all 4 teams that have ran so far have put some really good banker laps in, and that's put the pressure on Avitada and Hydra heading into this next session.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that so many, well, all of the teams so far have done good lap times. So, yeah, I think that mid 36 that I was talking about for the cutoff is a little bit
Yeah.
too slow. So, yeah.
We can go.
We can go? Okay, let's go then.
Okay.
Thank you, Gident. Let's go in game with our webcam. Perfect. You can start the lap time. Let's take a look at this lap time set by Toto.
Oh, sorry.
It's one that, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
one
yeah.
back. Sorry. Quickly.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Quick.
Yep.
Okay,
Nothing
perfect.
happened, nothing
Perfect.
happened.
You.
Oh, you're right.
Okay.
You
Oh,
have
and
to skip forward to lap again.
I've lost again your webcam. Okay, it's back. Okay, I don't have to. Okay, perfect.
I think
You
it's
can
the
go,
wrong lap
Flores.
again.
Yeah.
I think
Is it
it's
the wrong lap?
Yeah, it's lap 4 that he set it on. So this is the.
Oh, it's lap 4. Okay.
Yeah, is it lap 4?
I think
Yeah.
it is. Yeah. Yeah, it's this. Yeah.
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 It's
okay,
this one.
actually,
It's this one.
starting with the slipstream, actually. Yeah, through T1. Opts to go for 4th gear, as I said. I think VSR was using 3rd out of T1. And yeah, very aggressive braking zone there.
Mhm.
Very different driving style to what we saw before from Gigada's. Low point for sector 1 is very similar though, so yeah. Here, teammate pulls away, of course, so that yeah, there is more space here for us on track through the second sector, and that was a much cleaner exit than we saw from Yugada's. And yeah, very solid lap actually so far. As we come into the long sweeping right-hander section, very good apex speed there, and uses all of the track, as you can see. Sometimes it looks like you're gonna hit the grass here, but there's like a tiny bit of track extra past the white line, and yeah, that tiny bit of extra tarmac is being used very well here. Extremely good sector split, and at this point you obviously have to not get distracted by that and just stay calm and collected. Hit your braking points, which yeah, very nicely done here through the final corner. And as we saw before, all the fast laps will be finishing here on the inside of the track, kind of giving up the next lap a little bit, but yeah, very solid lap time there with 1:35.181.
Perfect.
Question for you, Flores. In terms of how these drivers are taking turn one, because as your average B-rated DR, not necessarily competitive sport mode driver that I am, I'm really intrigued in terms of the differentiation between some teams opting to use 4th and some teams opting to use 3rd into turn 1, and how that could affect the car.
Yeah, so when I was trying this combo a little bit, I was actually using 4th because, like, with these sort of cars, you have to make like a decision between, do I go for optimal revs throughout the entire how do I say it? Throughout the entire like corner, or do I go for, because like these gears, lower gears usually quicker in a straight line, but if you use a higher gear, you don't have to shift. So with these cars, the shift is very slow. I think if you like, usually it's about half a tenth to a tenth. Yeah, if you can skip the shift, and if you have better stability while using the higher gear as well, you can gain some time there. But yeah, it's very close between the two. It's just usually then personal preference.
Awesome. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. Gident, I think they've kicked the drivers who went in the lobby without permission, so you should be able to join now, I think. I see someone loading. I don't know if it's you.
That's me.
Oh no, that's
Oh,
Floris.
wait.
There is another one. Yeah, there is another
Yeah.
one to be kicked. So I'll tell you, Gident, when you can
Okay.
you can enter. No worries. Session hasn't
Gran
started yet.
Turismo Esports for you, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a DC driver. The rating was
not a hard thing to implement.
It's a DC driver. Maybe he can do Raime lap time. Maybe not.
He's called Top G, but I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, session. We are 5 minutes late. Sorry for the tiny delay, but we will see all session this evening. Don't worry. Oh, he's also on track with a Corvette now. Okay, why not? Okay, but no worries. I can also give you the names of the drivers who will drive in this third session of the evening for the Avutada Racing Team. We will have Guevara and Galikoitz, I think it's like this. And for the Hydra Rennsport, we will have Fran Felipe, if it's him. Yeah, I think it's Fran Felipe. And Nico as well. Let's keep an eye on Fran Felipe. It's a very, very, very quick driver, Fran Felipe. And are you joining the lobby, Gident? Yes, perfect.
Yes, I am.
Perfect. We won't start without you, Gident. Don't worry.
Thank God.
Okay. Let's go on track because I think it will start in a few minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yep.
2 minutes, perfect. Just to show you, so Hydra, Rennsport, and Avutada in this third session. For the last 3 sessions after this one, session number 4, 5, and 6 will have 4 teams on track. Session number 4 around 9 p.m. with Caruso Sport Team, Top Secret Racing, High-Tech Esports, and Vanguard Sim Racing by Gorilla. Session number 5 with the My Team Esports, Control the Time, Shark Racing Team, and Nexus. And for the final session of the evening, we will have AGT Drivers, an Action Racing Team, Science Motorsport, and Avalon Motorsport. That's for our team in this last session of the evening. Let's go in game. And we have our cars on track. I really hope you enjoy this evening. By the way, thanks to all joining. I see a lot of my team drivers trying to check what are the lap times in the previous session. We will see what will be the lineup for the my team in the next session, and it's starting soon for our 4 drivers representing the Avutada Racing Team and the Hydra Rennsport 2 Spanish teams in this session.
What do we think about these 2 teams, guys? Are they going to be good?
I mean, they're both unknown quantities really in the Map 25 ecosystem. It's new for both of them. Well, not new, but like neither of them qualified for Pulpy last year. I think
Okay.
I think our first Hydra, so Hydra Transport, they are relatively new too. So that's I think why we haven't seen them last year. But I do remember seeing them in the first Honduras challenge. So yeah.
And certainly they put forward 2 very experienced drivers right off the bat for their qualifying run. So from the forefront of their team, they look to have decent, strength. It's whether they have that depth as we go through the season with the driver rotations and lineups. You're supposed to have, I believe it's a minimum of 3 and a maximum of 15 drivers in the rosters. I've been studying the regulations pretty keenly over the past couple of days. So it's whether they have that depth down the line. But certainly for this section, they look well equipped.
Yeah, that's the difficult part of the championship. Of course, you can have 2 drivers now in the pre-qualifying, but you're gonna need a full team of good drivers for the rest of the season, of course.
Yeah.
And session has started with the 2 Hydra Rennsport driver in between the 2 AVU drivers. I think Nico will let pass the two Hydra Range Sport driver. That's it. And it's Nico giving slipstream to Fran Felipe in this outlap. Maybe not.
Got no idea what's going on.
They're
Yeah.
racing down the
They're
back.
sorting it.
Slide
Yeah.
by slide.
They are racing in an outlap of a pre-qualifying. Amazing.
What is this? Formula E? Wow.
Oh, the battery was low, right?
And the two teams are very close, by the way, from each other.
Yeah. Is this going to be a good strategy?
Yeah.
If the first one makes a mistake, all three are
Just
in trouble.
Just a quick reminder regarding the parameters of the lobby. No tire wear, no fuel consumption, sports mediums for the cars, and slipstream is enabled in those sessions. That's what we see from the start of the evening. The two drivers of the same team, very close from each other, trying to give slipstream. And it's from
Guevara is way faster compared to Nico, the name of Hydra.
Yeah.
And he's been held up right now. And his teammate as well. Galikoids.
I think we've seen a few teams already in this session beyond the bubble in terms of getting the last lap of the run-in. So I think it's in terms of getting the lap done as quick as possible to try and get that extra lap of the run-in. But that's at the hindrance of Hydra, because they're not Hydra, excuse me, Avatar, because they're being held up by the seriously slower driver out of the Hydra pairing right now. I'm not sure there's some form of team orders elements going on there in terms of one of the Hydra drivers maybe sent back to hold up.
I think.
Guevara dropped back already.
Yeah, but I think it's just also him trying to play it a little bit more risky, just trying to catch a slipstream of the other team, so that both of the Avatar drivers would have a slipstream. That has its risks, of course, if the driver ahead of you makes a mistake.
Ooh, mistake behind. It's for Gali. Gali a bit wide in the first section. Oh, he's wide again. This is not effective to do a good lap time.
Dirty tires right now. Understand. Ooh.
Yeah, but he is still alive. He is still alive. And Fran Felipe to set the first lap of this session number 3.
Coming out of the last corner, a bit of a mistake. So I think Nico, the name is going to be quicker. Yeah. Yes.
45.6.
These 35s.
Yeah.
Felipe's wide on the exit of 1. This is by no means a pretty run from any of the drivers so far. You really hope the times don't stay like this, because
Yeah, and he let Nico pass.
Right,
he got held up. Definitely had to go a little bit slower through turrets, I think, so yeah, not ideal.
We saw that in the previous one with one of the deluxe drivers. We were pretty certain ended up getting held up by. One of the visceral drivers, and we were pretty certain got held up out of Druids. Or there was certainly a driver that got held up, and it didn't seem to affect the lap time. I think Regatta's ended up posting the fastest lap time of that section, but it's not the longest straight down that section. But I mean, in this sort of format, every 10th does count at the end of the day. So it's definitely not to the help, more of the hindrance of the Hydra pair.
Let's take a look at Nico at the end of this sector. Is he improving or not? Yes, he is improving. No improvement for Fran Felipe. And, big improvement coming for Guevara. 6/10 quicker than his last lap.
He made a bit of a mistake in the machine gun corner. Had a huge drift over there.
But there are plenty of time to gain for Guevara and for the two Avutada drivers. Nico to improve, yes, 135.5. No improvement for Fran Felipe. Improvement for both Avutada drivers. 36.5 for Gali and 136.7 for Guevara right now.
Still way off of it, even with the element of traffic negated. I mean, you mentioned the gentleman made a couple of mistakes, or one of them did make a mistake during that lap, but there's still some tune off of it compared to the other 4 teams we've seen running so far, and Hydra on top of that as well.
Yeah, but in the 136 mids, I don't think that's
Could
going to
it be that
enough.
cut-off?
And
maybe the
Gali
cut-off
is
point back
purple.
into position.
Gallicoid is purple sector 2.
Again, another mistake from Guevara. And I think he's pushing a little bit too hard. I think he wants, he's too eager. He's overdriving the car right now.
And it's not purple anymore for Gallicoids now, but it's still a big personal improvement for the Avutarda Racing Team driver.
Yeah, all the drivers seem to be pushing the car very hard, much more than like in the previous sessions we were seeing. So yeah, it's interesting how the different driving styles play out.
And right now in the standings, Hydra Range Sport is a 5th out of 6 teams, and the Avutarda Racing Team is last in this pre-qualifying, but there is still 3 minutes 30 seconds to improve.
Yeah, I think...
Fran Felipe is improving.
I think it's a bit of a mental game as well for them. I think we have to drive this to be at least not last in the whole session. So at that moment, you know, I have to push harder, I have to go faster than I've ever done.
Yeah, especially seeing the times, of course, of the first 2 teams. Yeah, I can understand.
Exactly, yeah.
Felipe has gone purple in the first sector by just under a tenth of a second. But again, both Abu drivers, Guevara's not made it even out of the 36.7s yet, which is not what you want to see.
Oh, and Guevara is purple sector 2 now.
Oh, speaking of the commentators, Chris, again. Already an hour into the session. Goodness, I've got a full season of this nonsense to get through.
Oh, the season is gonna be fun. It's blue now for Guevara, but it's still 2 tenths quicker than his personal best time. He's the only driver right now still over the 36 in the lap time. Everyone else is in 35.
Yeah, he has to fight that second to make sure the average is going to be way better for that team.
Yeah. And now Hydra took a position now in the standings. They are now P4.
Oh, big spin for Ruki. He's off. Ruka's off at the exit of turn. I don't even know what turn that is, but he is off at the exit, and that's any prospects of a good lap for him completely evolved.
Yeah, and damage on his car. I don't remember if it's heavy damage or light damage. Okay.
Yep. And that's going to be a big improvement for Guevara. And is it going to be 35? Yeah,
nice.
there it is.
There it is. Everyone is in 35 now. Nice improvement, and only less than 2 tenths behind his teammate. And there are 1 minute 30 seconds remaining in this session. I think everyone will be able to do one more lap after this one.
Yeah, I think Ruka just dropped it on the exit of Sterling's, ran out of the curb too far, and then chucked it onto the grass. I think that's the mistake he made there anyway.
Yeah, I think Avutarda is still last though. So with like on the average so far, so maybe they still have to improve, even though they are like on decent lap times, I would say, in the 35s.
And Fran Felipe purple.
And Gallicoid's who's off, course teammate. So,
Fran Felipe maybe to improve his lap time now. But Guevara, despite being in the 35 like the others, the Avutarda Racing Team is still last right now in the standings. Fran Felipe maybe for a new fastest lap in this session incoming. Well, yeah.
he doesn't keep it to the inside.
Oh, and it's still a fastest lap. There is a margin for him. 0.3, this is a good one.
Yeah, I think he's trying for a new lap, because usually if you think that's going to be your fastest lap, you would stay more to the inside than he did on the final straight. It definitely gains some time.
Oh, and Nico is doing another lap for like 1 second, I think, before the limit. Everyone is in their last lap of this session.
And Guevara won right on the turn 1, so that's his run over. He's 1.2 seconds down after.
Oh, his teammate as well.
Yeah, the only one improving is Fran Felipe. Sector 2 is in purple again. But the other guys, Nico, Gali, Coitz, and Guevara are in red already with 2-3 tenths more even for the drivers in the end of sector 1. I think still purple. I think Fran Felipe is the only one now in the end of this session to improve his lap time.
Yeah, the others are all down.
Trickiest corner of all. As it gets sucked wide over here. Oof. Perfectly on the edge.
It's not purple anymore.
Sterling before, and he's sliding,
Oh,
and he just about gets it done on the exit. Very well done there. Testing the limits of the circuit.
Yeah, perfectly sliding through there.
Don't miss.
Oh, the understeer.
Hey,
Has to keep it tight now. Yeah, final lap, so might as well keep it tight.
Oh!
What an effort.
Still an
Phenomenal
improvement.
effort.
Yes.
How much time did he drop in that last sector? And that is a fantastic effort.
There is a possibility to be in 0.1 for Fran Felipe.
Definitely, yeah.
We will see that in the onboard lap. We will show you in a few seconds. Just time for us to show you the results of this session. Fran Felipe, the quickest in this session, 1:35.3. 47. His teammate Nico is less than 2 tenths behind him in 1:35.573. And for the Avutarda drivers, Gallicoit in 1:35.6 and Guevara in 1:35.888. I think the Hydra Sport will be P4 in the standings, and sadly for the Avutarda, they will be in last position in the standings, waiting for the other teams to do their qualifying. I'm just checking if all the lap time are correctly typed. Yes, they are, so I can already show you the actual rankings. As you can see, Hydra Sport P4 in those standings, only 30 thousandths of a second behind the Thunderlights P3, and the Avutarda are almost 7 tenths behind the Visceral Esports, still leading after 3 sessions and 6 teams who did their pre-qualifying. But like I said earlier, the last 3 sessions will be full with 8 drivers on track, 4 teams per session. So yeah, a lot of drivers on track. This could be also be a disadvantage, I would say, for the drivers in the last 3 sessions to have more traffic than the previous session.
Yeah, definitely. Because right now we're going to have 3 sessions of 4 teams, and if somebody makes a mistake in front of you, you're gonna be it's gonna be disadvantaged. That's for sure. Because it's really close to that right now, and as you can see in the chat as well, that Mr. Alf says 6 teams, and they all comfortably in the 135s on average.
Yeah.
That's
It's
beyond.
mad. It's mad.
Yeah,
It looks
everyone
like
did have 35, so yeah.
Yeah, it looks like on paper Avatar have had a poor outing there, but like come the end of the evening, they could be comfortably in realistically. That's how high quality it's been so far through the evening. A bad run right now might be a really good run by the end of the evening, especially if that elusive mid 36 cutoff comes into play.
Which lap was it again, guys?
It's the last lap. It's the final lap, yeah.
The last lap,
Felipe.
and it was Felipe.
And it was Fran Felipe, right? Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. So the 4 teams coming in the session number 4. Caruso Sport Team, 4 Spanish teams. Caruso Sport Team, Top Secret Racing, High-Tech Esports, and Vanguard Sim Racing by Gorilla. 4 Spanish team in this session. And a lot of traffic, of course. Are you already ready?
Yeah.
Jinan? Perfect.
Ready to go?
Ready to go. Let's go back to the. I'm ready. I'm ready to show it. Perfect. You have the onboard of Fran Felipe in this last attempt. And like Finlay said, some tenths lost in the last sector, but still a very solid 35.3.
Yeah, take it away, Flores, again.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, and Actually, not the greatest Sector 1 of all time. So far, all of the fastest laps we saw had a 0.4 Sector 1, low 0.4 even, and now we have a mid 0.5. So he would have lost a little bit of time there. But yeah, you can see the driving style is so different compared to the other two drivers. He's really trying to slide it in on the brakes. And yeah, trying to go early on the power by sliding it in. It's yeah, very much a road car way of driving in this game. Like yeah, Fran Filippo is, at least I know him as someone who drives a lot of the road cars here in this game. Is really good with road cars. So yeah, he's very comfortable sliding it in like that. And yeah, uses a different gear here compared to most drivers. Fourth gear instead of third. And yeah, just very smooth. A lot of apex speed everywhere. And yeah, likes to slide it, as you can see. But
He's
that
on the
was
edge everywhere.
perfectly caught. Yeah, but it was really fast, I think. Might not always look very fast, but if you slide it perfectly, like as a driver, you can feel it. And yeah, here, a little bit of a mistake on the final corner, as we saw earlier, of course. But
Yeah, what do you think he could have pulled out of this? Because it's a 135.3, but what do you think if he's done it perfectly?
maybe like a high 0.2. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't lose that much time, let's say, because it's not the longest trade of all time, of course, but it's still like, yeah, he would have lost a tenth, I'd say.
Okay.
Okay. So I think lobby is open. We are 5 minutes late, but okay,
Coming
lobby
up.
is already open. We can go on track. So the 4 teams for this session number 4, like I said earlier, we have the Caruso Sports team, the Top Secret Racing, High Tech Esports, and Vanguard Sim Racing by Gorilla. Some of the teams have competed in the last edition of the Infinity GSeries. I think High Tech Esports has competed last year, if I'm
Yeah.
not
And they
saying.
qualified for Pool P as well, ended up getting to the finals. So they're definitely one of my teams to watch for this,
For this-
not just this session, but for the event in general, in terms of if they find their way into the top 24, they can be a real outsider, in my opinion, to maybe go further than people expect.
Okay. And we have already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars ready. For the Top Secret, we have Diego and Angel. For the CST team, we have Menska and Caruso. And for the Vanguard, I think it's the Vanguard. Yes, it's Samuel Hernandez and Gomez in the lobby. We have 2 drivers missing, I think.
It's the high-tech drivers at the moment, I think.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
two
correct.
high-tech drivers are missing, exactly. Okay, I don't know if we will wait for them or if we will start without them. The problem is the rest of the session are full, so they won't be able to race in a further session, I think. We will see if we wait for them.
I think we're already behind, so I'd imagine it wouldn't be an issue if we wait a couple more minutes for them. You know, don't want to have teams not running, especially because actually originally High Tech had arranged to run at an earlier date, but they were the only team that signed up to run last week, so they ended up just getting bundled into the big session. The plan was this pre-qualifier was going to be split across 3 days, last Monday, Tuesday, and then today, but a lot of teams taking advantage of this rule and the regulations that allowed them, so they had to confirm their driver lineups before they signed up, basically. So teams went right up to the deadline in order to sign up, and so they chose the later slot, and then High Tech, who had originally planned to run last week, have been put here instead.
Yeah, and Kipto in the chat is saying, watch out, Top Secret Racing and High Tech for this one. We will watch them. We are still waiting for.
We're definitely watching out for High Tech.
For High Tech right now. I don't know if we will start without them or not. Just before going in game and on track before the end of this warm up session, and the start of this session number 4. A quick review of the actual standings with the Visceral Esports, with Ligadas and Raime Marti, the two fastest drivers on track from the start of this evening, with a very, very good average time of 1:35.097. 1/10 behind them, we have the Deluxe Esports team with Gumu and Toto. We did a very, very good effort, both drivers, in an average lap time of 1:35.192. Third in this session are the Thunderlights Sim Racing with Navarrito and Alvaro in 1:35.444. In fourth position, Hydra Range Sport with Fran Felipe and Nico in 1:35.474. The EPLF Sim Racing of Seco and Alvarito are in fifth position with a lap time of 1:35.592. And in last position, we have the Avutada Racing team of Guevara and Gallicoids in 1:35.791. That's for the actual standings, and we will have at least 3 more teams coming in this standings, maybe 4 if the high-tech drivers show up before the start of this session. We are still in warm-up, right?
Yeah.
Session doesn't start yet. Liveries are still absolutely magnificent. If you can quickly take a look at the top secret. I like this gradient, this pink gradient of the top secret cars. I like it. The cars are very nice.
Yeah, you'd think the top secret, is supposed to be stealthy and,
exactly.
Even though radiant pink doesn't exactly suit the agenda, if I'm honest. I'm not complaining, it's a fantastic colour, but maybe it doesn't fit the top secret brief that the team is so called.
Well, this is exactly what I wanted to say. If it's top secret, you shouldn't reveal it.
Maybe they're just trying to set purple lap
Hey. Even faster, pink lap times.
Pink lap times, yeah.
And the Vanguard Sim Racing car by Gorilla is also quite nice. The high-tech drivers are coming perfect. And for the Caruso Sports team, the CST, so a very nice livery, very, very nice liveries. Congrats to all the creators, the livery designers who did an amazing job once again. I'm still amazed by all those liveries because I can't do half of what they did.
I can't do any of what they do. I can get the car.
The CST looks a bit like a 90s game.
Yeah, I agree.
80s, 90s game.
Yeah. With this massive rear wing.
Well, it will not help because the BOP is on, of course, but it looks amazing.
And the high-tech drivers are on track with Manuel and Platanito. Full of.
We're hearing something at the moment. Actually, I'm just getting word from Alf, who's driving for Owls and been helping us out a lot with the English broadcast this year. He's telling us that High-Tech maybe thought they were running in the next slot, and so that could be where some of the confusion arose from, and that's maybe why they're here now. So it'll be interesting to see. Maybe the High-Tech drivers thought they were getting, 10-20 minutes more practice than they have. They've been chucked in the deep end now, but can they respond in time?
Okay. So session should start in a few minutes. Okay, and we will see if the high-tech drivers will be already in the pace, in the good pace, despite this being a little late. But everything is fine. We will have 4 teams on track for this session number 4. Right after, we will have the My team, the Control the Time, the Shark Racing team, and the Nexus. And for the final session of the evening, the AGT drivers, the Annexion Racing team, the Science Motorsport, and the Avalon Motorsport. 12 more teams to pass. And it's starting soon.
think for saying that is a stunning high-tech livery.
Yeah.
It's for a mile out, yeah.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, the four liveries are nice, but all the liveries since the beginning of the evening are very, very cool. There is
I
no...
don't think I've ever seen a bad GT Esports livery. Like one
Yeah.
I thought, that's
take a look at my showroom and you will see so many
Yeah.
liveries.
Maybe I'm not
I
exposed
don't want
enough.
to talk about my liveries.
You're the team boss. Sort them out. If you don't like
yeah,
them.
no, but I don't make the liveries. That's what I mean. I mean, if I make the livery, that's where it goes wrong.
Right, okay.
no, I like the Vanquish liveries.
Who is
Me
doing
too,
the
they're
livery for the
stunning.
Vanquish?
Hmm?
Who is doing the liveries for the Vanquish spot?
Mostly our own design. Like we have a few designers from our team. People
Okay.
like Tucho, Risky, Mew Mew makes them as well.
Okay.
A man of many talents.
Yeah. Maxo as well. Sometimes
Okay.
makes a livery. Yeah, and also some people. So it's quite a few people actually.
Okay. Well, session has started. The top secret drivers are leading on track with Angel and Diego. Behind them, the Vanguard Sim Racing by Gorilla cars of Gomez and Samuel Hernandez. The Caruso Sport Team, the CST of Caruso and Menska are on track. And at the back, we have Manuel and Platanito for the high-tech esports.
Everyone's already very nicely spread out actually.
Yeah,
There's
that's...
6 clear gaps between the teams.
They don't want to be bothered by traffic because this is our first session with 8 cars on track.
And we've not seen the visceral strategy attempted since, even though they've gone top. We're yet to see that really tight, packed up slipstream.
Samuel Hernandez. He already got damage. He
Oh,
already
yeah.
spun to the right on outlet.
Start as you mean to go on, Sam, jeez.
Yeah, some
That's
damage for
fine.
Samu, yeah.
Yeah, also something I saw there in that spin, which might even be like worse than the damage, is that he knocked out the brake marker for that corner for the left hand at the start of the left center.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, that's gonna
need that one.
definitely mess him up for the rest of his laps. I think they are like it's only knocked over for him on the track, so the other drivers will be hurt by it. But
And he was wide on the gravel through turn 1 as well. It's a nightmare start to the second for him. That damage, I mean, it's gone now, as we say, light damage, so it does repair over time.
Yeah.
But I think it would have been...
0.5 sector 1, so it didn't really use that much.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to the top secret drivers leading, and then we do the first reference lap in this session. You have at the bottom left of the screen the actual top 3 of the standings: the Visceral, P2 the Deluxe Esports, and the Third Light Sim Racing P3, and the Avutada P6. And on the right part of the screen, you will have all the details regarding our 4 teams on track.
We'll take a look out for the CST team and high tech. But I think the high tech manual is definitely way faster than Menska of CST. And behind him, Platanito is also way quicker.
Yeah, he started quite far behind Manny. He's bridged that gap really quickly. I think Menska might have had an incident or something, because he has fallen right into the clutches of the 2 high-tech drivers, abnormally for what's supposed to be a running lap.
And 135.7 for Diego already. Gomez P2, Samuel Hernandez P4, Caruso P5 in this session, and already the 2 high-tech drivers just behind Menska. P6 and P7, the 2 high-tech drivers. Menska is last in this session.
Oh,
Oh,
wide for
Manuel, yeah.
Big spin for Manu at the start of turn 1.
And is Platanito waiting for his teammate? No, he stays just behind I think it's Menska. Yeah, it's Menska,
Yeah.
just ahead of him.
I love how wide they push it on the exit of turn 3. They're really going as far out as the track limits will allow them. way beyond the curve. Very impressive how we're able to, toe that line between getting as far as the track will take them, but then also the risk that comes with it of losing time if you so much as touch the grass.
If you just touch the grass there with your right tires on the exit, you do actually lose some time to the next corner because your right tires will have a bit of dirt.
Yeah.
So they have to be a little bit careful there, but yeah, you can extend quite a bit.
It's definitely a fine line to toe. It's really interesting to see.
Gomez is purple.
Yeah. And the first lap time already typed in the overlays. Improvement or not coming for Diego at the end of this lap. No improvement for him. No improvement for Angel. Oh, and Samu sliding in the grass. An improvement for Gomez.
Gomez up to P2.
Yeah, just behind Diego.
Ferrer improves as well.
No improvement coming for Manuel in this lap, and Gomez now.
No improvement from Menska either. All either of the high-tech drivers. They really are all at sea here.
Yeah.
Menska did improve, but still quite far.
Yeah, in 38, he's sadly quite far right now.
He's 8/10 back off of Manuel here, so really not an ideal run for the CST driver.
Yeah, and 1.5 seconds behind his teammate, which, yeah, you can have one good driver in your team. You need two drivers to both perform in a session.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, you're going to put your two best drivers forward. If one of your best drivers is a second off the pace, we might be being a bit harsher on here. He might have made a mistake in his last start we didn't quite catch up to.
Yeah, probably not his actual pace. This.
I hope it's not. Yeah.
You're seeing also the gap from his first to his second lap.
And like Mr. Alf said in the chat, this session is a bit more chaotic, but it has to be expected due to the traffic, of course. But Manuel is improving. Sorry, but it's not purple, but it's still a good improvement coming for the high-tech drivers. Oh yeah, 9/10 quicker.
Yeah, good lap.
Yeah,
for
good
both
lap.
high-tech drivers.
Actually, the quickest team on track regarding the average lap time, it's the Top Secret Racing.
Another improvement from Menska, but still 3/10 off of the high-tech drivers. Quentin Tito puts it up to third.
And
Manuel
nice.
nice.
Nice improvement for both high-tech drivers.
Especially coming back off the canvas, because both of their drivers had issues in both of their first two laps. The psychological blow that must deal is massive, but to be able to come back and do a couple of laps, and Pantanito's improving in his first sector as well. Gets talked about enough in competitive esports, if I'm honest, that ability to come off of the ground if you've had a couple of struggles earlier on in the session, but both of the high-tech drivers have displayed that very well.
Sorry for the tiny mistake on the stream, but we are back live. Is Platanito improving? Yes, he is by almost a tenth. The high-tech drivers. Diego is still leading. Oh, he's a bit wide at the exit of this left corner, and we have his teammate Angel P5 now, not far behind. Be a good thing for Angel to be also in the 35. And that's it. 0.9 for him.
First team actually to get into the 35's average in this session.
I think that shows how impressive the first 5 teams were actually, in terms of we're seeing 4 teams struggle here. Yes, traffic might play a part, but you actually look at the field, they are quite spread out. So traffic may be being negated slightly. I think it just shows how much of an effort the first 5 or 6 teams have put in the early running of this session.
Yeah, and actually the only 2 cars close on track are teammates.
Yeah. No real traffic related issue, it's just outright pace, and the early teams showed that, and we did say that run from Avitarda might look bad on paper compared to those around them, but I mean, if they were running this section, they'd be fighting at the top of the tree at the moment.
No big improvement in this session. 1 minute, less than a minute remaining in this session before checkered flag. I think one more lap coming for everyone. After this one, still Diego, the quickest on track. After his first attempt at the session. Oh, he's in purple right now by a few tenths.
Both high-tech drivers improving as well. Yeah, both high-tech drivers also improving. So wide array of drivers improving here. I think we'll see our best laps towards the end of this session, most certainly.
Menska improving as well.
And no improvement for Diego. Oh, Manuel is not improving anymore. Let's take a look at Platanito, P5, 5 tenths behind Diego.
Look, Gomez getting another lap. Yeah, he does get another lap, just about. And all drivers now, if we finish, don't get another lap, so Caruso.
Yeah.
Both high-tech drivers and Caruso and Menska as well are finished. So both CST and both high-tech drivers.
Small improvement for Platanito.
Well, this exactly says what you said as well. That you have to get out quickly, do a quick out lap, and make sure you get that last lap. As you can see right now, the two last teams cannot do a 7th lap.
Absolutely, it's just cruel coincidence as to the 10-minute session and the length of this track and the car. Like any other combination, if you put another car on this track, it might be completely different. They might be able to get the extra lap. But just by coincidence, I think the teams running later on will be watching us and will basically saying, just get out there, do your out lap. Don't worry. Well, obviously, do get the tyres up to 10, but just make sure your priorities are getting over for an extra lap more than anything.
And no improvement for Diego anymore. Is Gomez about to improve his lap time? He's only 13,000 of a second behind Diego Gomez, and he has Samuel Hernandez just behind him.
In his lap through Sheens as well, so this isn't looking like a particularly great lap for him. Indeed, he does finish a 10th behind his personal best. Angel manages to improve up to 3rd, though still just inside the 35s comparative to the other teams we've seen in this session so far. Maybe not all that great, but he is 3rd in the session as the other drivers come across the line now. And that brings to an end a hectic session, the one that maybe hasn't produced the times we expected compared to the other teams we've seen so far this evening.
The results of this session number 4 with Diego the quickest on track, 1:35.7 for the top secret driver. Gomez for the Vanguard is P2 in this session, only 13,000 of a second behind with a 1:35.766. Angel 3rd, the second top driver. The top secret driver in this session. Only 4 drivers below the 36 in this session with Manuel P4 in 1:35.9, and our first drivers over the 1:36 with Platanito, the second high-tech driver in 1:36.1, 1:36.3 for Samuel Hernandez, Caruso in 1:36.5, and Menska for the 2 Caruso Sport Team drivers in the last 2 positions in 1:36.5 and 1:37.5 for this session. Let's take a look at the actual standings right now with our 10 teams in these standings. The Visceral are still leading. The quickest team in this session are the top secret, I guess. No, maybe not the top secret. Yes, it's the top secret. P7. The Vanguard are P8. High-Tech Esports P9 and Caruso Sports Team P10 in this session. The traffic was a bit problematic for all those drivers, I think, in this session.
Yeah, and I mean, we speak about high-tech early on in the session, saying, "Oh, this is one of the teams to watch. This is a team that made the finals at Pulpy this year. This is a team that I said at the start of the session, if they make it to the top 12, top 24 even, can contend." Well, now they need a minor miracle to even secure their spot in the championship. It's really not looking good for them. All 4 of those teams in the final session, the 4 bottom at the moment, and I'm really relying on some poor runs from the final 8 teams we'll see in action across the final 2 slots this evening.
Also
And as
only
you can
one
see,
team in the 35s, so on average. So yeah.
Yeah, and we have 4 more teams to come, and maybe they will take note of what happened in this full session that just happened. The My Team Esports, the French team, is on track in a few minutes with the Control the Time team, the Shark Racing team, and the Nexus in this session coming in a few minutes. We will have, of course, the fastest lap of the previous session set by Diego coming in a few moments. I think
Which lap was it?
it was his
Abu?
first attempt, I think.
Yeah.
First attempt?
Yeah, it
Okay.
was
Yeah, it was.
his first attempt of the
It's easy to
session.
search for it, at least.
Yeah. In-game and camera. Okay, and Floris, the microphone is yours to present us this lap time set by Diego in this session.
Exactly. And can you point out where he might have lost or could have gained a little bit more time?
Yeah, let's see. So we're coming into T1. Ooh, very nice slide. Uses 4th gear as well. So we have seen that split between drivers, of course, this evening. Into Druids, keeps it very nicely rotated. Very important, of course, getting the rotation. Seems like a good sector 1. Yeah, 0.4 is faster than Fran Felipe in the first sector. And gets the rotation very nicely through there. Doesn't touch the grass on the outside, so no dirty tires for this corner, which is important. And yeah, really relies on the slide there of the car. A little bit less apex speed, I would say, that compared to other drivers that we saw so far. But he did go very early on the throttle instead, so it's kind of like a balance. And he has a tiny bit of a slipstream from his teammate up ahead. Ooh, there are a few corrections. You could see on the steering wheel that he's not fully comfortable turning in there. Let's see how he goes through here. It looks very good, but I think also a little bit, not enough apex speed. Same thing here. He's driving very safe, which is also important, of course. You do want to get the lap in. As you could see from some of the other teams this session, it's very easy to just not get a good lap in. And it seems to be a much more safe driving style. Not really on the limit anywhere, but also not really a lot below it. And yeah, it's just a good lap. That is a 35.7.
Thank you, Floris. Yeah, some tiny mistakes. It's not the quickest lap, of course, of the evening, but it's still a good one set by the top secret driver in this session. And I think the lobby for the next session is already
just
open.
waiting on us, yeah.
And we will join it. Okay.
All the drivers are in.
Okay. So we are late. Okay, let's join. Let's jump on it.
Come on.
Let's
not be hard.
Yeah.
They're running behind, not us.
But thank you. Sorry for the little delay, but I hope you like all the production set up by the staff and what we try to provide. Thank you very much, Jiden, for the screen share and everything for showing us this those fastest lap of each session. Yes, I'm the one of the last to join the lobby. 4 teams, like I said, the My Team Esports, Control the Time, Nexus, and Shark Racing team. 1 French team and 2 Spanish team. Who will be on track for the My Team? Those names I know. Punisher, the Frenchman, very quick drivers, and Defcon for the My Team. For the Control the Time, we will have Bonma and Alcorte. For the Shark, Juan and Zorian, I think it's like this. And for the Nexus, we will have a Swedish driver, MSSV, and Promo for the last driver. Let's go in-game for this session. Drivers are already in the lobby. Punisher on screen.
My team are an outfit you'll be familiar with. I mean, looking back at your time, commentating and watching the French side of Gran Turismo Esports, what do you think they can bring to the Mach 25 ecosystem? Do you reckon they can push themselves up there as regular title contenders, or where do you see them fitting in the pecking order?
They have a very strong, like how I can say, all their lineup is set of very, very good drivers. It's driver that can easily drive in top split 2 of sport mode, I would say, split 3 maybe. So it's very competitive. Defcon, also the British driver of the my team, is very, very quick. Maybe actually Punisher is without, I would say, some drivers we will see on the World Tour. But other than that, I think he's easily in the top 10 of the French quickest drivers in France, Punisher, and he's not P10 in the standings. So he is a very, very quick driver.
And in the chat you have Kipso as well. And Kipso is the team manager, one of the team managers.
Yeah.
Watching the warm up now, Punisher just did a mid-point 3 sector. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's quick.
What we need to do is we need to say nice things about my team, because their team principals in the chat. We can't say anything bad about them. Just bear that in mind.
But even if Punisher is very quick, take a look at Defcon, because he can also be very, very, very quick. So yeah, this is most likely one of the quickest French team actually on the scene of the GT7 scene, I would say. So yeah, they can. I think they can battle with what the Visceral did earlier this evening.
I mean, taking off my Scottish independence hat, it's nice to see a British driver.
Yeah.
in the running, you know. We do have a few drivers there or thereabouts. Will Murdoch, from Sealand, and a couple others of recent as well. But certainly it does feel like Britain is like a country in Gran Turismo Esports maybe punching slightly below its weight in terms of the amount of drivers we have talking about. So it's good to see some drivers further up in the pecking order.
Yeah, but don't forget the other team as well, because we've seen in the previous session maybe some teams were in our side to be in a good position to be qualified, and due to the traffic, some mistakes, they didn't do the lap time they wanted. So you have to do. It's easy to do a good lap in a warm-up session, but it doesn't count in the end. Only this 10-minute session counts for the pre-qualifying, and it's about to start in a few seconds. Our 8 drivers are there. The liveries are still astonishing. It's still amazed by all those liveries. Very minimal decoration on the Nexus car, but very, very effective. I love the car with the three stripes on the car for MSSV. I really like it.
Retro.
Yeah, really retro, but I like it. It fits really well with the car.
It also has some extra texture, it looks like, for the car, which is really cool.
Looks like glass fiber.
Yeah, exactly.
Fiberglass.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to do well to make a Carrera not look good, you know what I mean? It's such an astonishing car. I mean, I reckon I could give it a good go with my basic livery editing skills and making it not look good, but once you get to this sort of level, I mean, you're expecting something astonishing.
And session is about to start for our 8 drivers, 4 teams on track for this session before the final session coming after this one. On track, the My Team Esports, the Control Time, the Shark Racing team, and the Nexus. Who is the first car on track? It's the 2 cars of the Nexus.
Yeah, they were fighting over spots already in the first corner.
Yeah, they understood that they have to be in front if they want to do enough laps to not be bothered by traffic. Finisher and Defcon just behind. Yeah, exactly, to do the S-trap as well. Controller time just behind, and with some margin at the back, the 2 cars of the Shark Racing team.
Interestingly, I just saw Mr. Alf saying in the chat that there's already a few teams that already have a confirmed spot now.
Exactly, because we have 8 more teams to join. So I think top 4 is already qualified. So I think, if my math are good, Visceral Esports, Deluxe Esports, Thunderlights, and Hydra Range Sport are already qualified for the championship phase coming after this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly if like the positions matter. I think they do.
Yes, it matters.
for
I
the-
think it matters. Yeah.
for the seeding.
The
Yeah,
seeding
exactly.
for the group stages, yeah.
Yeah, and that is quite important actually, the seeding this season, because you're basically with your group for the entire first 7 rounds. So
And
you
they all
drive
want to
against the
avoid
same two
vanquish,
teams.
don't they?
Oh, and a mistake for Promo. Mistake at the exit of turn 1 and some damage, some suspension damage for him. And he will have not far behind the 2 My Team drivers with Punisher ahead of Defcon. The 2 Control the Time drivers, Alcorte and Bonma Racing just behind, and still the Shark Racing team drivers with some margin
Interesting
behind.
to know, they're well behind, which could like contribute to them losing a lap at the end. But also, I think this is the first team we've seen since the opening slot that are attempting that slipstream strategy that this will use to great effect in their first outing. So it'll be interesting to see how they go. That being said, actually, Juhan's just run wide at the exit of turn 4 and has dropped back off a bit. So that's that. Really interesting narrative storyline. I was crafting up completely decimated. Thank you very much.
Well, Alcorte from CGT got held up a bit by Promo.
Sorry? You said, Jidet?
Alcorte got a little bit held up by Promo.
Okay.
Fast right-handers.
Okay. We'll see in the traffic, but MSSV, the Swedish driver of the Nexus, is about to cross the line in his first attempt on this session. 36.1, the 2 My Teams now crossing the line, and 35.3 for Punisher, 0.9 for Defcon already, Alcorte in 0.4. Good lap time already in this first attempt for some drivers.
I mean, you mentioned my team being one of the ones to watch with. I think Punisher and Defcon have just proved that they're already right up in there. If Defcon can string another decent lap together, they'll be right up challenging in that top 3 with the average format that we have at the moment.
And Promo improving already by a lot. Yeah, he did a mistake in his first attempt, so he will, of course, improve by a lot his lap time. Just ahead of him in the rankings, we have the 2 Shark Racing team drivers with Xorian P6 and Juan P7. They've got not improving sector 3. And Alcorte trying to follow Defcon pace. I think it works actually because he's quicker by 4/10. So
Defcon went a little bit wide, and Alcorte had a drift.
yeah,
Nearly slided into. I saw it on TV.
oh, and MSSV who did a mistake. The car is stopped in the back straight.
Oh wow, yeah.
Don't know if that's enough actually.
Yeah, in his back on track, he's driving. Maybe some wheel issues, I don't know. Oh, Punisher 0.1 right now. Defcon improving 0.8. Massive lap. Is it the quickest lap? No, it's not the quickest lap ever. He's actually P3 on individual rankings because Ligadas did the fastest lap of the evening in 35.083. He's not that far. He's not that far, but is quite slower, and Defcon has to also improve if he wants to give a good average lap time. Oh, it's still improving by a 10th, Punisher.
Is it too early
and
to start
Alcorte
speaking?
as well. 2 drivers
Is
in
it-
purple.
Is it too early to start speaking about the mythical 34 that we mentioned at the start of the stream?
Maybe
Could it be
we will see.
seen by
We will
Punisher?
see.
He needs to gain a bit more time though.
And take a look at also at Alcorte. He's also in purple. The Control the Time driver.
Phenomenal runs from this top 3. Don't
yeah.
count Defcon out either.
Oh,
he's
it's a
lost
bit
his
wide
time
for
in the
Alcorte.
third sector. Punisher's lost a bit of time in the third sector as well.
Okay, let's see if he can still improve or not. And 3 minutes 30 seconds almost remaining in this session before the checkered flag to be waved. The lap time for Punisher in this attempt. Oh, 0.0! It's the fastest lap of the evening, and Alcourte also improving. Oh, Punisher. Yeah, and Torian also improving 36.3 improvement for MSSV, the Swedish driver, in 35.7. Good lap time for
Punisher made a
him.
mistake through turn 1. He's 4 tenths down after sector 1. I think he did make a bit of a mistake going through turn 1. Slid out a bit too far.
Yeah.
Put a couple of wheels into the gravel on the exit. So we'll do well to get back here. Yeah, I think he's important this one. 8 tenths back now after the second sector.
He's got 2 more laps to go, so
Yeah.
we'll be good.
Interestingly, Nexus, both in the 35s. This is a team I've actually not heard of before, so
Yeah.
Neither
well
do
done by
I.
them.
And they're
And-
improving. Promo.
MSSV is
yeah, wow.
MSSV has dropped off a bit. He's 2 seconds back, so I think he's also in the Punisher camp, maybe making a mistake. He's letting his teammate down through down the back straight as well.
Tiny improvement coming for Promo, almost 2 tenths quicker on his personal lap time for the Spanish driver of the Nexus.
Traffic coming up.
Yeah, with Torian, I think, just ahead. Yeah, the Shark Racing Team drivers still P7, still at the last 2 positions, sadly, for the Shark Racing Team drivers. Oh, too wide for Torian.
And Juhan has a slowdown penalty as well, so from bad to worse in this session for the Shark drivers.
Yeah, it's a quite difficult moment for the Shark drivers. And Defcon improving 0.5 for the British driver.
Still needs to find some time if they want to beat the Lux and official overall standings.
Promo improving as well, 35.8. More 35 in this session.
Punisher is purple through sector 1.
Okay.
Alarm bell starting to sound. My team principal saying in the chat that you can go for the 34 in training. He's made it before.
Oh, still purple, almost a tenth quicker.
It's going to be a phenomenal effort if it can be done here as he heads down the back straight.
He is enough up on his lap, at least in the sector 2 split, which is the split you cannot really trust, to be fair.
Oh, he lost a
Ah,
tiny
He's
tenth.
still on it. It's 7 thousandths of a second in it.
Is it enough to be
Heading through.
under the 35, to be the first drivers below the 35?
Oh, he's right on
really
the edge
good.
there.
Oh,
Wow.
he lost a little bit of time
Oh, he's
there.
dropped off there.
Oh, it's
We're all waiting in bated breath for that.
Yeah.
144 to pop up.
it's very close. It's very close.
Go on.
Let's take a look at the lap time. Punisher is about to
Yeah,
smash
yeah.
it.
Is he gonna keep it tight? He does get one more lap here.
Lap time
And
34.
shoot.
Oh no!
No.
Improvement, but no. Oh, an improvement also for Alcourte in 35.3. Nice time for the Spanish driver.
Beggars can't be choosers with 300.
Bonma improving 36.1 for him.
And these drivers now crossing the line. Just the final lap.
Promo to
Runs
improve.
over. The 34 runs over, I think. He's 3 tenths down after second.
Oh, it's over, I
As
think,
the
yeah.
checkered flag falls.
Yeah, final lap for everyone. Punisher slowest in the sector 1. Be careful of Alcourte, he can still improve. He is improving. He is improving, Alcourte. It's not purple, but it's still a very, very big improvement for the Spanish driver of the control the time.
Maybe he can snatch a tight bit of a slipstream at the end of this lap. Maybe.
It'll be a very, very good lap time. Ooh, they've gone a bit wide just behind. Be careful.
Tires now.
And a penalty for Punisher. It's over now for the Frenchman.
But misses the apex a bit.
Ah, yeah, it's still blue, but loss of time.
Alcourte still improving, although he's very wide on the exit. Sterling, wow.
Yeah, very wide there.
And it's going to be dirty tires over here. That's going to give him massive understeer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Not
Negotiating
bad. Not
well.
bad. Not
Get
bad.
the speed up. Foot down to the line. Can he continue that improvement?
Oh, no improvement, but it's very close.
Down. What a madcap session that was, but
Yeah.
still.
Wow,
no
so close.
34.
Yeah, very
So
close. Not bad, huh? It's French, like we say.
Oui, bonbon.
Oui,
as
oui,
they say
baguette.
over in
Bonjour,
Canton.
bonjour.
We haven't seen Flores yet, eh?
Yeah. But what a session! A very quick session, to be honest. We considering all the traffic and all the cars on track. Punisher for the my team is actually the quickest driver for the evening, but there is one more session to arrive. Punisher in 1:35.0. The 34 was very close, but it's not there. Alcourte also with a very good lap time, 1:35.3. For the controller time driver, Defcon, Punisher's teammate, is in third position in 35.5. Promo for the Nexus and his teammate, MSSV, in 35.6 and 7. Good average time, I think, coming for the Nexus. The second controller time driver, Bonma, is in 36.1. And the two Shark Racing team drivers of Xorion and Juan are in last position in 36.3 and 36.9.
That's quite the gap, by the way, Awoop,
Yeah.
between Bonma and Alcourte. I think
Yeah.
that's, what is that, 8/10?
Yeah, 8/10, around 8/10, yeah. So I think for the average, it won't be a good thing. Let's take a look at this. Actually, the my team is third in the rankings. The Visceral remains in first position, even with a Punisher fastest lap of this session. The Nexus is actually P7 in this session. Control the time are P8. And I think at the second part of the rankings, we will have the Shark Racing team P13. They are not last, the Shark Racing team. They are just ahead of the Caruso Sport team.
Going home.
Yeah, sadly for them, they are eliminated. I think top 8 right now are qualified for the championship. So Control the Time, Nexus, EPLF, Sim Racing, Hydra Range Sport, Thunderlights, Sim Racing, My Team Esports, Deluxe Esports Team, and the Visceral Esports are already qualified for the championship phase coming in the next weeks. Congrats to those teams, but we still have 4 teams to identify, to be qualified, to drive, and 4 teams who are not sure to be qualified.
Control the time. As you can see right now, how much it depends on your average, because you saw Alcourte putting in the second time, but Bonma did, I believe, the 6th or 7th time. And you can see that gap between 8/10 puts them even below Nexus.
Yeah.
That could affect the seeding for the main event as well. They are qualified, but they have a significantly lower seeding as a result of that average system. But Avatar, the top secret, Vanguard, and strangely enough, High Tech now on the bubble, and their status in the main event all depends on the next 4 teams to run.
Exactly. And before presenting our last 4 teams, let's go on the fastest lap of the evening set by Mr. Punisher. If I go on the right scene, perfect. Floris, can you explain us how Punisher was this fast on this lap?
Yeah. Very fast. So let's see how he did. The fastest lap so far of the session. Has to be very clean here. Into turn 1, actually keeps it in 4th gear, so 4th gear seems to be the fastest way overall. And just extremely smooth steering, very nice on the brakes. Goes a little bit deeper in through it, but cuts back for a good exit. And low 0.4 sector 1, fastest sector 1 I think we have seen so far from these fastest laps. So very clean there through T3. And now this corner you want to set up, of course, for the good exit. He hits the apex very nicely and doesn't run wide on the exit. And yeah, as you can see, just no weird slides. So again, different driving stuff from before. Wants to slide a little bit less, and it seems to work for him. He's of course the fastest so far. So yeah, through the right hander, has to do a few lift taps, but just about stayed on the curb. I don't think he touched any of the grass there, which is important, so you don't have dirty tires through air. And really push the exit there as much speed as it can take. And yeah, now through the right hander. This is a corner I saw him do very good compared to other drivers. He did have a little bit of a slide, but yeah, kind of necessary also through there. And yeah, it's just an extremely clean lap so far. Brakes very far on the left. Puts it in fourth gear for the final corner. And yeah, just manages to keep the apex speed, keeps it very tight to the finish, as tight as he can do. And yeah, a 300th improvement of his previous lap and the fastest lap overall with a 0.03.
Yeah, absolutely astonishing. Un tour magnifique, like we say in French. Amazing lap time set by the Frenchman. But we have 4 more teams to join in this final session of the evening. The AGT drivers, the Annexion Racing Team, the Cyan Motorsports, and the Avalon Motorsport. 4 Spanish teams to finish those qualifying evening. We already know 8 out of the 12 teams qualified which will join, our qualified team: the Simfrim Esports, the Vanquish Esports, the Halls Esports, the Kraken, the Azteca, the 92, the Custom GT, the Team Mozza Racing, the Jokers, the Elite Racing Squad, the Alien Motorsports, and the Maniac Sim Racing. Those 12 teams are already qualified due to their previous results in this championship. Lobby is already open. It's loading. Drivers are joining this lobby. What can we expect, guys, for this final session of the evening?
It's a blockbuster final session everywhere you look. You got 3 teams that are in the finals at Pool P last year. Avalon won the title for 2 years. 2 years ago, for crying out loud! Like this is at one point you could make the argument of being one of the best teams in the world. Pool P champions. They've got Jose Serrano on their books. They've got, I think, Brea was on their books as well, if I remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong, Fo. And midway through last season, so before Pool P, around the time of the G Series, they kind of lost that key core of drivers. They all jumped ship elsewhere. Jose went to Falcons, and he's now the elite champion at Pool P in the individual aspect of the game. So Avalon kind of find themselves in a position where they haven't been in a while, where they're actually having to pre-qualify for these events, whereas before they would have had that intermittent pass through. Now they're actually having to do the groundwork early, and their status in the competition isn't guaranteed. So that's certainly one of the storylines I'm going to be looking at as the session develops. But Annexion and AGT also making the finals at Pool P last year, 2 very solid teams. And then Saiyans, a team we've not seen much of in this ecosystem at Mac 25, but a team that they are the outsiders in this particular setup, but they know what they've got to aim for now, and that's the main thing. They have a benchmark time they've got to get by if they want to qualify for this event.
Yeah, it's not done yet for the Avutarda Racing Team. The Top Secret Racing, Vanguard, and High-Tech actually classified 9, 10s, 11s, and 12th. They will have to wait this final session of the evening to know if they will be part of this Infinity GSeries 2026 season coming in the next weeks. Let's go on track for the final session of the evening. And almost everyone is there.
We're still waiting on the driver, and we have the 2-minute warning. So, I'm not sure if there's a driver currently in the lobby that's not out on track yet, or...
No, we're waiting for one of the Annexion guys.
Okay.
Well,
We have Mayix already for the Annexions. For the Avalon, we have Armando and Reese. Yes. El Flipao, I don't know what team is it. El Flipao. It's the Cyan Motorsports. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think Pedrovic. Yes, it's the same for the Cyan Motorsports. And and there is one driver's call. It's Alex, the second Annexions driver. And
Fantastic Dragon Ball Z livery on the Saiyans car, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we've seen that. That is phenomenal effort from the graphic designer there.
yeah, very, very, very nice library.
It's got to be the livery of the day for me.
I recognize it's Broly on Pedrovic's car, but I don't recognize who it is on the El Flipao's car. I don't know. I'm not sure if it is Son Goku father or not. But my knowledge on Dragon Ball is sadly.
I'll be honest and say I haven't watched it, but it just looks cool.
Yeah, it looks very cool.
It looks cool. I'm not an anime guy.
But it looks cool.
I also think different liveries for both drivers are always cool, but there's a little bit of a difference.
And meanwhile, you have the Annexions cars with a very minimalistic livery.
Every team does have to comply to the livery rules, of course. So there are rules that they have to follow. Which you can definitely get a penalty if you don't, and that has happened in the past. So.
There are strict rules to respect, especially in terms of livery, and not only liveries, but it's something drivers have to respect, of course, for the World Championship. And I saw in the chat it's about to start in a few seconds. Thanks a lot to all the people who joined this broadcast. I hope you enjoyed this evening. It's not finished yet. There is one more session which is about to start in a few seconds. But thanks a lot in the chat for watching us.
Question to you, Awu.
Yes.
What's going to be the cutoff time for these guys to make it into the top 12?
Actually, it's to be qualified. You have to be in 35.791.
Average.
Yeah, the average. You are with this average lap time. You are ahead of the Avutarda, and you are automatically qualified. If you don't get this time, you have to wait the others.
Yeah, but they have to get at least a 36.06 average. Otherwise, it's already.
Yeah, exactly. 36.0 minimum and 35.7, and you are 100% sure to be qualified for the championship phase. P9 is Avutarda Racing Team, P10 Top Secret Racing, P11 Vanguard Sim Racing, and P12 High-Tech Esports for the teams who are not sure to participate, to compete in the championship phase, and they have to wait this final session of the evening. But we can say it's already over, sadly, for two teams. For the, if I'm not saying anything wrong, for the Shark Racing team and the Caruso Sport team, it's already over, sadly for them.
I am fascinated that all four of the teams in the 9 o'clock phase are potentially not going to qualify for this event. I don't know what's caused that. I don't know if it's just for inherently weaker teams or if there's something else at play, but I find that fascinating. What a coincidence.
First time slot or something.
And final session is starting. Final session of the evening. And the annexion.
Oh, Alex goes off immediately. His teammate.
That's not a good way to start a qualifying session, guys.
There is a bit of history behind the livery of Annexion. As Mr. Alp says in the chat, they've always gone with that chrome-based livery. They had a different style beforehand, but they switched it up at Poppy last year.
But I like it. It goes well on this car, to be honest. This kind of livery, so.
I will say the incident with Alex has actually done a decent job of spreading the teammates out. If we're being eternally positive here, the parent, there's no.
Yeah, but he's waiting.
Oh,
Mayix is waiting.
Is Mayix holding up for Alex? We're going to try the slipstream.
Yeah, I think so.
and we have some drivers warming up. Sorry, tires on the long straight with Armando.
Yeah, that's interesting. I actually still don't know. I still suspect that tire temperature isn't actually a factor.
Yeah. Oh, maybe yeah.
I think all 4 teams are getting on with the outlap as well. I think they're learning from the mistakes of the teams that have run before them and being unable to get that final lap in during the session. They're all hustling themselves. Even the AGT drivers team at the back, they are spreading out a bit, but I think they've done a decent job of getting up there as quick as possible and still having time to spread out. But it looks like all 4 of the teams are trying to an element the slipstream strategy we've seen from Visper earlier on in the evening.
This is very interesting what Alf just said in the chat, that with the Annexion livery, they actually used one of the cars that they drove, like in one of their IRL cars they drove to Pulpy, they used to reveal their new cars.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, I remember when I was there that we saw the Annexion car actually, and I didn't know the story behind it, but I did notice the stickers on the car, so it was very cool, of course, to have that IRL. So
do all the teams have their own team cars, or is this specifically an Annexion thing?
So when I was there in 2024, there was, which team was it? Azteca. Yeah, Azteca had their own car, that was a really cool car. That's so much on it actually. And this year I think I only saw an action, maybe one more team. Yeah.
That's still really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Does the budget stretch out that far for Vanquish for next year?
Maybe if GT7.
There's plenty of opportunities for prize money. Perfect say against some false advertising.
And drivers are finishing their first lap of this session. Alex will cross the line first with this first attempt. And the lap time for 35.7. 0.7 already in this session. 0.0 by Reese!
Fast lap.
Yeah, by 2,000ths of a second, Reese!
Oh, and a crash.
It came from nowhere. And a crash.
Yeah. Petrovic.
Yeah,
Petrovic with a crash. Oh, but what a lap time already set by Reese for the Avalon. Oof.
He's the 34 on.
Maybe, yeah.
It's not messing around. Instant.
Oh, yeah, massive
That's
crash.
crazy. Not even going for like if you say for a banker lap, and he's just instantly pushing.
Oh, yeah. What a
That's
lap.
the former Pro champion Avalon. We know with saying that Armando's done a 35.8. So talking about that average format that we're seeing and the ability to have 2 drivers running as fast as they can. It could be an issue for Avalon. I mean, they are in the safe zone quite comfortably with that fantastic lap, but maybe Ruiz feels a bit hard done by having a teammate slightly for 0.8 of a second back.
Armando is usually quite good with road cars. To be fair, he drives a lot of the Max 25 championship races, so he should be experienced enough to get that in, I'm sure. Although he is down on his laps, so not this lap.
Next lap.
Hopefully.
I don't recognise Ruiz from Hopefully last year, if I'm honest, for Avalon. I remember Armando playing a bit of a prominent part last year. I certainly remember the name at least, but maybe this is my bad memory not serving it correctly, but I certainly can't remember it.
Some improvement for Alex in 35.5 now for the Annexion driver, and he's in purple. Sector 1, Alex.
Interestingly, by the way, if El Flipado for science improves enough, I think all of these teams are actually through.
Yeah.
Actually, the AGT drivers are already P8, the Avalon P5, the Annexion are 12 actually, so they took the last spot from now, and the Science Motorsport are 16 out of 18. So actually,
Philippe has improved by 0.6 of a second through the third sector. So good signs of a decent improvement coming in here for the Science driver. As you say, the potential for all 4 of those teams to head through. That means we do say goodbye to high tech in the preliminary phase of this competition. Who'd have thought that come the start of the evening?
Raimondo from Avalon is improving as well.
Okay, and actually P12 is Avutarda with the final spot, with the final slot in this pre-qualifying session. Sadly, it's over for High-Tech, Vanguard and Top Secret, like you said. And Alex improved 35.3 for Alex. Oh, the average lap time will be very good for them. Armando with an improvement for the Avalon.
36.5 for Philippe, straight shootout between Science and Avutarda for that final spot in the main competition. Does that force them through into the top 12?
This session is quicker than the previous one.
By quite a bit more. Actually, yeah, no. But yeah, Science is literally just against Avutarda now. For the final spot.
And it's going to come down to Philippe needing to put in a decent shift because Pedrovic has put in a half-decent lap here. It's all relies on his teammate, and he's up after sector 2 by a 10th of a second, but he's only got 3 minutes to find another lap and force himself into that 12th and final spot for Science.
Now it's a one. Sorry.
He's gonna need like a 35.7 or like a 0.8 low, I think, if his teammate doesn't improve. So yeah, he does need to get quite a big improvement.
Yeah, now the average lap time to be qualified is in 35.791. For the 12th position, they are actually 16th in 36.1. They are not that far, but they still need a big improvement. And Flippo is improving by 0.3 right now.
Decent final sector here, and this could be it.
And Alex improving 35.3 again for the Annexion driver. Lap time. Oh, it's still in 36, sadly.
It's not enough for Science. We're going to get a couple more bites at the cherry here.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Rail wide on the exit of turn 1. Just about keeps out of the gravel.
In front, Reese is still leading in this session with the fastest lap overall for the Avalon driver. Very, very solid lap in his first attempt. What a performance for Reese.
Wait, I think Flippo is very close to not making the extra lap. I think it's actually like seconds worth. Like I think he's like 1 second off for like 1 second. Safe.
Well, this lap isn't going to be it. He's 1.2 seconds back after second 2, so this lap isn't going to be the 1% saves through. But as you say, he needs to get a shift on here if he's going to find the time to make that extra lap.
This lap has to be fast to even make the extra lap.
Yeah.
And this is not looking great for Science.
Yeah. Does he have enough time to reach the start-finish line and to do one more lap? We will see that. 30 seconds remaining before the checkered flag in this final session. Reese is not improving. The two Annexion drivers, Alex and Mayix, will do this extra lap. Oh, they are very close each other, the two Annexion drivers. And they go for one more lap. 10 seconds remaining. Oh, it's gonna be short for Flipao. It's gonna be too short, sadly. Maybe no.
Both Annexion cars off.
He's like a few tenths off. Oh my god.
Oh, sadly it's over for the Science. Sadly it's over for the Science, and the Avutarda Racing team is qualified for the championship phase for the regular season. Reese is in purple. Maybe we will have the 34 in the final lap of the evening.
My son, come on.
He's doing it! He's doing it!
10th of a second up, he's got a 10th to play with here. Down the back straight.
And he's pulling Armando. Armando is pulling along as well. Take a look at that.
It's down. It was that elusive second sector split.
Yeah.
Oh, Armando too wide on our third. Oh, it's over for Armando. Okay, Reese. No, oh no, he wasn't purple anymore.
No, half a tenth down.
Oh, too much. Yeah, too much.
Oh, yeah, that's too much.
No,
Yeah.
it's over. It's over for Reese. No improvement for him. No improvement for
tried.
Armando.
Boris, can you jump in the sim real quick?
I'm not beating that.
And I think this session is over. I think we know our 12 teams qualified for the regular season phase coming in the few weeks. Congratulations to everyone. First of all, congrats to everyone who tried to qualify through the evening. Last drivers to cross the line and to take the checkered flag in this final session. Yeah, Alex take the checkered flag last in this session.
By how much did the Saints miss the cutoff?
Oh, like tenths of a second.
I think 3/10 actually.
By 3/10. Yeah, by 3/10. They missed it. They needed
in terms of the actual Philippou running to the line. It was like if he was less than a second quicker, he'd have had an extra run. That could have been the decider.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking for them.
Yeah, sadly for the Science, it won't be enough to be qualified and to be in the top 12. Last session of the evening with the fastest lap overall set by Reese in his first lap of the session. Absolutely amazing performance by Reese. His teammate Armando is P3 in this session with a very, very solid 35.3. Alex is in between with a 135.329. Jack Garcia for the AGT drivers. We haven't talked a lot about the AGT drivers, but Jack Garcia in 35.4, sorry, and David Shea in 35.8. They are ninth in the standings, and they are also qualified for the championship phase. Congrats to them. And we have for the Science Petrovic, P5 in 35.7 and Flippo in 36.3. That's it for the pre-qualifying of the Infinity GSeries 2026. Let's take a look at the rankings, and we have our 12 qualified teams. Congratulations to the Visceral Esports first of this evening with the quickest average lap time in 1:35.0. The Avalon Motorsport and the Deluxe Esports on the podium of this evening. The My Team Esports P4 for Punisher and Defcon. The Third and Light Sim Racing closing the top 5 with Navarrito and Alvaro. Hydra Range Sport P6 with Fran Felipe and Nico qualified. The Annexion Racing Team P7. The EPLF Sim Racing of Seco and Alvarito also qualified with this 8th position this evening. The AGT drivers of David Shea and Jack Garcia, P9. The Nexus of MSSV and Promo P10. Control the Time P11 for Alcourte and Bonma Racing. And with the final slot of the qualified team, the Avurtada Racing Team P12. Sadly, no qualification for the Top Secret Racing P13, the Cyan Motorsports P14, the Vanguard P15, High-Tech Export P16, the Shark Racing Team P17, and last of the evening, the Caruso Sport Team P18. That's it for this amazing evening. My dear Jiden, do you already have ready the fastest lap of the day or not?
Unfortunately not. I'm still waiting for the lobby to be
closed.
Yeah, the replay. Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
but
okay,
yeah,
no worries.
It's quite beautiful that the fastest lap happens in the last slot. Right?
Yeah, it's
But no 34.
It was this close, but sadly.
I'm going to be having nightmares. I'm going to be having 34 on the brain the entire day at school tomorrow.
No, 34. No.
They tried, but sadly, yeah. Yeah, no 34. What do you think about this evening, my dear Floris? It was very, very exciting. We've seen some very, very good lap time, drama until the end to know which team will be qualified. The evening was a bit stressful for everyone.
Are you scared?
It was a really competitive evening, I would say. Like, I'm very impressed by all the teams, and everyone seemed to be very competitive. So yeah, this definitely promises a lot for the championship, and yeah, it's gonna be very exciting.
Yeah, those 12 teams will rejoin our already qualified team through the previous season. The Simprim Esports, the Vanquish, the All Esports, the Kraken, the Azteca, the 92, the Custom GT, Team Mozza Racing, the Jokers, the Elite Racing Squad, the Alien Motorsports, and the Maniacs Sim Racing. So we'll be rejoined by our 12 teams qualified by this amazing evening of pre-qualifying. My dear Gident, what's your feeling about this long evening, but very, very interesting?
Oh, wow, what a night. This was better than expected, and we saw amazing times. And as said before in the beginning, the two not Spanish teams definitely performed perfect.
Yeah.
And yeah, then in the last session, as Finley said as well, it's going to be mega. And it was mega at the end. The fastest lap in the last session. Um, Unfortunately, not the 34 Finley wanted, but yeah, I want to really congratulate Visceral and the Lux and my team, of course. And then, of course, you saw that difference between the first and the second driver and the average with the CTT team.
Yeah.
You actually saw that it makes a huge difference, and they nearly dropped out of the top 12 because of that.
Yeah, that was very, very interesting. My dear Finlay, do you think this season will be more exciting than the previous ones, or what's your feeling about
Well, I mean,
what happened this
I'm not
evening?
going to speculate because last season was, I think, I'm not going to touch on it too much. Flores is here. We'll skim by it, but phenomenal last season. The title race going down to the last race, all the drama that came with it. But on the evidence that we've seen tonight, I mean, we kind of had it in our heads, you know, you'd have your regular challengers, Visceral, Avalon, Deluxe, my team. Not really shocked that they've qualified, the likes of Thunderlights and Annexion. There was a shock. I predicted High Tech to be up there in the top 5 at the start of the evening. They won't even be in the main event at all. But then you look further down the field, and this is the beauty of the Mac 25 ecosystem. You've got teams we hadn't heard of before, the likes of Nexus, Control the Time, Avutada, teams that for them, this could be a real big break for them, getting to go up and compete against the big boys in the coming weeks and stake their claims for Pool P in October, and all the reap the rewards that come with that, plus the additional time on the stream, on front of the TV cameras as well. So the whole point of the Infinity GSeries is one of the biggest leagues in Gran Turismo in terms of the amount of teams that enter it. Is you're getting these lower teams more screen time. And that's something I'm going to be looking for in the coming weeks, as well as obviously, you know, your Vanquishes and your Sim Freems and your Viscerals and your Avalons. I think this is one of the seasons where we can see those teams that have come through the qualifier competing for the title. I think the quality is so high now everywhere you look in Gran Turismo that this isn't just a 2-3 horse race for the title. This is a 24 horse race, and I'm all for it personally.
Are you
24?
Yeah.
Maybe pushing it slightly.
Yeah.
But
Floris, are you afraid by this competition that will arrive in the next weeks for your team, or how do you feel about what you've seen this evening? It will be harder this year than last editions.
Yeah, it will definitely be harder. I'm not really like scared or anything.
Yes, you
Yeah,
are.
I mean, I truly think that we are the best team on the game still, so I'm not scared, but
Oh dear,
no,
that's a big claim.
but I have to
right,
say
let's
that.
clip that and come back at the end of the season. Clip back and come back at the end of the season.
I mean, we did win Poppy last year, so
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you keep saying.
but yeah, no, but I do have to say that all the teams were all the teams that qualified are very fast, and the gaps are very close. So I think it's definitely going to be more competitive than last year. And like where maybe last year you knew that some teams like you're gonna beat without too much effort if you're like a good team, like you can sort of predict some of the races quite well. But I genuinely think it's going to be very difficult to predict the races this year.
And we
So
wish.
immediately got a replay ready for you.
Perfect. Let's go watch this replay of the fastest lap overall. It's gonna be very quick.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, not the good
yeah,
one.
it's
Okay, yeah, there is one out lap before. Yeah, okay, we are the good
Yeah.
one. Perfect. Tell us, my dear Floris, how Reese was so quick.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a quick lap. So yeah, here through T1, actually downshifts to third to get the rotation. Very, very far on the edge there on the exit. And yeah, as we saw before, not really sliding so far. Little correction there on the exit. 4-4 sector 1 is not the fastest we've seen, but definitely a good sector 1. And yeah, keeping the rotation on the braking zones, very important. As you can see, Reese is doing it very well. Actually, turned so much. Wow, very interesting driving. But yeah, it works. Gets to the corner quite well, and yeah, so far just a clean lap, no weird slides or anything. And yeah, this corner you have to keep the rotation. Ooh, that's a lot of apex speed, way more than the other drivers so far. He gained quite a bit of time through there, and now through the next right-hander again, so much apex speed. Doesn't go too wide on the exit while doing so. Here again, taps the brake a few times to actually keep the balance. That's very smart from him. Same thing here. Likes to tap the brake instead of hold down the brake and throw brake very smoothly. Yeah, and that seems to work very well for him. And now through the final corner, that's very clean, extremely good final corner. And yeah, he would have gained quite a bit of time there on Punisher. And he doesn't even stay all the way to the inside, probably not even expecting this to be his final lap, like his final lap time. But, yeah, very fast lap there.
What a lap! What a lap set by Ruiz in this final session of the evening. It's absolutely amazing what he did. Congrats to everyone. We can go back to the rankings just to show one more time all the qualified teams of the evening. The Visceral Esports, the Avalon Motorsport, Deluxe Esports team, My Team Esports, the Thunderlights Sim Racing, the Hydra Range Sport, the Annexion Racing Team, the EPLF Sim Racing, the AGT Drivers, the Nexus, the Control the Time, and Avutarda Racing teams are qualified for the championship phase, the upcoming phase of the Infinity GSeries 2026. We are good for this evening. Thank you very much to everyone in the chat for supporting your drivers. It was a pleasure to broadcast you this evening. Thanks a lot, Finlay Agident, to be alongside me this evening. And
You're welcome.
It would be a pleasure to be together for the upcoming round of the championship. Thank you very much, Floris, for being with us this evening. It was a pleasure also to have all your analysis about what happened this evening, and we wish you, of course, the best for you and your team for the championship.
Yeah, thank you as well for having me on the stream.
Thank you very much. One last word, Finland, Gident?
I mean, I can't wait. I'm genuinely buzzing. If this qualifying session's anything to go by, we're in for an incredible season, genuinely. And I cannot wait to be a part of it with you guys, because we're going to have some really good racing to bring to you in the next few weeks. And I hope you guys stick about for it, because it's going to be a fun time.
Yeah, I definitely can agree with Finley there. If this is going to be the standard, and it's going to be all 24 teams as they perform tonight, yeah, it's going to go beyond. This is going to be such a high level, such close racing. Yeah,
it's going to be amazing.
Wait. And yeah, thank you as well, Awup, for managing the broadcast. Thank you very much for that. Finley, thanks for joining, and of course, Floris, thanks for
Amazing.
your analysis about the laps.
Get
and
the
everything
caffeine
else.
on board, boys. It's going to be a long shift in the next few weeks. I cannot wait.
Oh, yeah. And just for your information, there will be a broadcast, but I think set up in Spanish only for the draw of the regular season phase coming in the next week to assign all teams in each group. So stay tuned on the website of the Mac 25 Gaming. Subscribe to the channel if it's not done yet to know everything about the Infinity GSeries and all the competitions organized by Mac 25 Gaming. Thank you very much for this evening, guys. Thank you to the chat, and see you soon for the next episode of the Infinity GSeries 2026. Bye bye.
Bye.